Hello everyone. Hold on, let me just get that music pause. So that was Atomic Empire by Toby Fox, used in the Flash as Dave Accelerate that we saw very briefly there in Act 4. Or not briefly, it was there for a little bit and it was pretty important. Um, so as per usual for Tuesday, it is once again a Homestuck stream, and it is once again a Dilly and I co-stream. So you'll be hearing from Dilly shortly, and you're hearing from me now. We're a decent way into Act 4 after we finished up the ancient mission last time and got a little bit in, got some time travel shenanigans, got the troll starting to try and help the kids rather than just be a pain in the side the whole time. Nothing too crazy. And again, just before we start, as per usual, like this is just a stream, and Homestuck does deal with some weird topics at times, some slightly iffy ones, and does not have the best grasp on its language or even its time. So and it is a product of its time. So there's definitely some occasional statements, jokes, and whatever that are not that good. As well as some of the themes it covers, just in general. Even when it covers them well, it can still cover some heavy themes. So don't ever be afraid to hop out. Everyone, like your own safety and health, comes well before seeing a stream, and you can always check on the VODs and catch up later afterwards. Nothing too much else to say. I think I see Dilly's unmuted, so I'll get into there real quick.
Guardians fighting some monsters in the various worlds the kids are in, which is also very cool. Fuck you.
Yes, hello.
How long have you been undeafened for?
Not very long. Not long
Okay.
at all.
Well, I've been talking long enough. It's your turn now.
What do you want me to say? Hello everyone, welcome to the audience, welcome to the stream. I hope everyone enjoys. As I mentioned, it's a classic Tuesday, which means we're doing another Homestuck stream together. Gonna be reading through it, doing all of our character voices, getting into it, hopefully making it in a decent way through Act 4, but definitely not finishing it today.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess we have to do. Also, I'm sorry if any of my voices are off today. I had I'll just be honest. I had some orthodontic stuff done over the past week, and it is making my mouth hurt a lot. So I don't know if that's going to impact how I sound or my ability to do some voices, and I hope not, but it might. I don't know.
Mm.
Mouth hurty.
Mouth hurty.
Should we do the slur list and get started?
Yes, I suppose the slur list is a bit important to do.
Yes, so this is a reminder that Homestuck has a whole plethora of various triggering content and other things that not everyone in the chat and audience may be comfortable with. I have a list of these triggers right here. Reminder that 4 and I are playing with the slur replacement mod. That means slurs will get replaced, so there will be no direct slurs in our streams. However, there is other sorts of harsh language and a bunch of other stuff, which I will read now. Flashing lights, normalized racism, misogyny, sexism, fat phobia, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, major character death, minor character death, parental death, animal death, child death, body horror and injury, torture, eye mutilation, graphic depictions of gruesome deaths, graphic depictions of violence, self-harm, suicide and suicide threats, incest, insects and spiders, snakes, clowns, nudity, non-consensual sexual relationships, unhealthy relationships, verbal abuse, domestic violence, possession, mind control, male pregnancy, bestiality, war crimes, and genocide. We will not see all of these in today's stream, but if there's ever any sort of subject matter in the stream that is making you feel uncomfortable, reminder that both Four and I will have stream VODs up at a later date that, really right after the stream, that you can go check out and skip through all the nasties.
Indeed. I suppose I shall get my part of it up as well. Statement.txt. Okay, so let me also summon the bastard. Okay, so as you might have just heard join the call, but what just joined the call is called Undergrad Scratch. It's a program forked from Doug's Baba Gaboosh program, which you may know from hit videos such as Can an AI Beat a Children's Game featuring Pajama Sam. So it occasionally listens in on us. Normally at this point we're basically just do we have a question we can ask, or like do we want Scratch's opinion on something, and we'll basically force it open, get it to listen to us, and then formulate a response to that, and then spit that out as audio that it speaks back to us. And it does this in the character of Scratch from Homestuck mixed with some classic AI traits. Um, all components are running locally on my own computer, with the speech being processed by speech recognizer and Larynx. The response from a locally running OpenAI model completely on my CPU, and it only incinerates my CPU sometimes, and the audio using the Auru voice from the Liverpool University Acoustics Research Unit. Um, so a lot of these are very nice, very open source models. Unfortunately, not the OpenAI one, because OpenAI, despite open being their name, are bastards who like to keep everything as closed off as possible and as secretive as possible, as they burn money into an infinite void. Um, as you might have been able to tell from that statement, this stream is not like pro AI or pro generative AI in any way. That's kind of what this program we are hoping to demonstrate. That this is not reliable tech. It's not that great at what it does, and it should not be used to replace human input or like human jobs due to its unreliability to do even some basic tasks.
However, it is very funny when it fucks up, making it great for YouTube.
Yes, Scratch, I think you're a bitch and a whore.
Whoa. You're gonna get me demonetized before I
Alright, how much of
mon-
that did it capture? Let's find out. I'm making it for great for YouTube. Yes, Scratch, I think you're a bitch at a whore. Whoa, you're gonna get me demonetized. Great, it got a lot of that.
Oh my god, it's gonna have a lot to say.
We'll
Um,
see.
speak, speaking of Scratch, I thought the character appeared a lot sooner. Like I would have guessed pre-Act 4.
No, oddly, he doesn't appear in either. No, he appears in the second intermission, albeit very briefly, because the second intermission itself is very short and kind of shitty. Um, he mostly appears in when he takes over the banners.
Oh yes, that's true. I'm excited for those kinds of takeovers.
Yes, so we'll be seeing a lot of it. Like, he interacts with the story more that because the other felts just kind of get shoved into the intermissions doing stupid bullshit. Scratch actually interacts with the story a fair bit.
Yeah, and he interacts with the meta narrative.
Oh god, does he ever?
Speaking of the meta narrative, that's another character I'm shocked we haven't seen
I'm
yet.
sorry, but I can't continue with that.
Oh, is it because he called him a bitch and a whore?
Yeah, he might have just gotten mad.
Oh, I think that's all we had to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anything else really needs to be said. Hold on. Looks like my script might be screwed up a little bit because I reorganized my sources a little bit to have folders in here, but looks like it might not have been able to grab the Scratch source because it's now been put into a folder.
Ah,
Cool. Which fucking one of these files was it?
Scratch broke. Scratch got scratched. Oh, speaking of scratches, I got some new CDs, which we've listened to,
Yes. Yes.
and
Would you like to explain which ones we got?
well, the one we listened to a couple times now is the self-titled Savage Garden album with hits on it such as I Need You from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4's outro music and Truly Madly Deeply. And it's a very good album. And I'm a big fan of it.
There, yes.
We also have like the best of Meatloaf. Fuck Meatloaf. I love Meatloaf.
I don't know how to actually do this well. Which means that I'll do it the lazy way and just move this back out to main for a little bit till I can figure out how to mess with that properly later. But yes,
Ooh.
the Stweem.
Yeah, shall we get started with locating the fourth wall?
I suppose we shall get started locating the fourth wall,
So-
but that also means we're gonna have to do a character assignment.
To this? To who?
Oh, if you don't remember, that's gonna be great.
I don't remember.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun one.
Okay.
Have you
No.
unlocked album volume 4 with that?
Yes, I did. Oh, is this who I think it is?
Shall we activate?
Yes.
Activate. Yep.
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 Yep. I was just thinking about that. We hadn't seen him yet.
Yep.
Yep.
Who wants him?
Yep. Do you want to be him, or do you want me to be him?
I could take him.
What does he even sound like?
I don't know and I don't care to know. Oh, we got some bonus items included with Homestuck Volume 4, such as a couple wallpapers.
Ooh.
And some alternate album arts. Ah, yes, it's all of Jade's short icons that we saw very briefly at the beginning.
Where do I find that?
If you crack open the music tab and then you can navigate to Homestuck Volume 4, it just bonus items are included at the bottom.
Ooh. Very cool.
So I decided to crack open Free in the Morning RJ's I Could Barely Sleep in This Casino remix. What? Who made this? Get that out of here. Doctor!
This is cool.
Yep.
I really do like having all my Homestuck in one nice little self-contained window. It makes it very easy to stream.
Sorry, I'm grooving along the doctor. God, that made me nauseous. No, fuck. Shit, I love that tab. Fuck, yeah, what does Hussy sound like?
Well, he's a character, so you can give him whatever voice you want.
That's true. I am going to engage in a highly indulgent self-insertion into the story.
Good voice. What? Oh no. This is always such a terrible idea. Leave me alone.
Great. Now we get into the narrator theory of Homestuck.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I just read was the narration, but that was technically Hussy.
Hussy himself, because Hussy's the narrator for a fair bit of Homestuck, but there's parts of Homestuck that technically aren't really being fully narrated by him since as his insertion as a character in the story. There's parts where he's not narrating himself. Including parts where no one other than him could be narrating, and yet it's not him. This does actually come into play a fair bit in Homestuck Squared and the epilogues, where the ability of the narrator is actually important. You know what? Let's just put that off to the side for now. We can get into narrative science later. That's my domain.
Yeah, that's something that I will leave entirely up to you, expert fourth wall locator.
Allow me to examine the wall.
So should I just keep narrating?
At this point, it's the convention. Yeah, you might as well. So if you
Okay.
want to do your best Hussy voice, then go ahead.
You really wish your side of the wall had an off switch. Which is to say, I really wish my side of the wall had an off switch.
Forget this. I'm going back to work.
Okay, you're just going to ask me to recap Homestuck, though. I don't know why you'd want to sit there and watch me type. This is going to be pretty long.
Allow me to graciously recap the first year of Homestuck.
Homestuck began on April 13, 2009. The 13th birthday of our... Whoa, it's an actual recap.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, we're doing this English class style. Every paragraph we swap who reads. Deal?
Okay, sure.
Homestuck began on April, I presume if we click on any of these links, yeah, it just takes us to the page.
Yes, a couple later down are images that just pop up in the thing.
Homestuck began on April 15th, 2009, the 15th birthday of our chief protagonist and future Boy Skylark, John Egbert. 3 days prior was supposed to be the day he received a Suburb beta in the mail, but it was running late. It showed up later that afternoon, and after overcoming a variety of domestic adversaries, he retrieved the game along with a birthday package from his internet friend, Dave Strider.
I'm actually very briefly clicking on some of these links, and the Suburb beta does actually link to the Homestuck beta. I don't know why.
That's cool.
That is cool. John soon established a game connection with another friend, Rose Luan, who spent the day badgering him about playing with her after unsuccessfully attempting to convince Dave to play. Upon connecting, Rose was able to manipulate John's environment, move his furniture around via cursors. Not the toilet. Yes, it's the toilet!
It's the toilet!
And restructure the shape of his room. John was unable to do this to Rose's environment, however. He installed the client copy of the beta and required the server copy for that. The server copy was trapped as... Oh, wait, no, that's you again. Sorry, paragraph.
All good. The server copy was trapped in his dad's car, along with a birthday package from another friend, Jade Harley. Jade messaged John inquiring about the package. At this moment, neither her package nor the server company has been recovered by John. Rose had also prepared a package for John, but had not mailed it yet. It still sits in her room. Dave's package contained an authentic stuffed bunny from Con Air.
The box. And the Con Air link is... Oh, it's Give Dear Sweet Casey the Bunny. From a few pages ago.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. In addition to allowing Rose to control John's environment, Suburb provided an array of devices Rose deployed throughout John's house. These devices, used together, provided a system by which the players could manufacture any item, using the code on the back of that item's catalog card. If they gathered enough grist to pay for it, later they would learn to combine item codes to master the art of punch card alchemy, whereby items could be fused together in purpose and design, with following the process of equivalent exchange where one item can be exchanged for another, but one thing can never be done. Human alchemy for what could possibly equal the value of human soul.
Very, very good bit. Very, very good bit.
I should grab my pocket watch.
You should. You should grab your on-topic pocket watch.
Shall I explain what the pocket watch is?
Yeah, sure.
I suppose I shall. Recently, due to this dimension having many goods and services produced cheaply that can be shipped to you from anywhere in the world, or many places in the world, I was able to purchase a replica silver pocket watch, from Full Metal Alchemist with the Amestris, logo emblazoned on it and the writing on the inside. Unfortunately, it is a functioning pocket watch, instead of being dysfunctional as it should be, but that is okay. So occasionally I wear this around my neck when I go out and pretend to be State Alchemist Edward Elric.
Well, you certainly have the height for it. One device on being activated began a countdown and released an entity called a kernel sprite. The countdown ticked down to the moment John's house would be struck by a meteor, destroying his neighborhood. To escape this demise, John had to use the devices to manufacture a special item that looked like a blue apple and take a bite out of it, in order to transport his entire house just before the impact to the safety of a mysterious dark realm, where his house would situate itself atop a realm is called the Medium.
Before he entered the medium, though, John and Rose prototyped his kernel sprite with the large Harlequin doll his dad got him for his birthday, transforming the sprite to bear its likeness, including the way the doll was disfigured via earlier hijinks. It had a slashed eye in one arm, and so too did the sprite. When John entered the medium, the sprite's kernel hatched, thus imbuing all the enemies John and his friends would face. With properties of the sprite, the lesser adversaries John faced first, shale imps, all wore Harley Quinn garbs. They became more powerful and more radically mutated with each successive pre-medium prototyping.
1 second, I need to get mad at my chat.
What did your audience do?
Dilly making short jokes like a single short allegation wouldn't send their ass immediately to the kids' table. Thanks, chat.
Scratch,
Thanks
what do
a
you
lot,
think of
chat.
Scratch, what do you think of the idea of someone being banished to the kids' table because someone pointed out that they were short? $15 might still be too long.
Well, we'll see. I would start reading the next paragraph, but I have a feeling I'd get cut off.
I don't know how fast I can generate is the thing.
Fair. Well, after entering the medium, John's dad was kidnapped by imps. While John was looking for him, he accidentally prototyped a sprite with his grandmother's ashes, transforming it again. This prototyping had no effect on the enemies, since he was already in the medium, and the kernel had already hatched. Instead, only the sprite was infected and took the appearance, personality, and memories of his grandmother, becoming Nanosprite, a game-supplied, albeit customized guide for John. She explained the aspects of the game about Skya residing at the center of the medium, beyond 7 gates floating directly above his house, and about an eternal/timeless war fought there between dark and light, one that light was always destined to lose.
Let's see. Rose, who'd been having frequent internet connection issues, lost her connection as she tried to lift John's car to retrieve the game and the package. The car fell into the abyss below. A storm caused her house to lose power along with its wireless internet connection. Her laptop was able to run on battery power for a time, while she tapped into the wireless signal from the laboratory next door. When her laptop ran out of power, she had to overcome more family strife and endure a gift pony in the process. Go outside in the rain and plug it into the small generator outside of the mausoleum of her dead cat, Jasper's. She continued her session with John inside the mausoleum while the meteor-sparked forest fire surrounding her house grew more intense.
From the house, Rose's mom opened a secret passage in the mausoleum to help her escape. The passage led to the lab next door, where Rose found a stable, portable source of power and internet for her computer. She also
Our
found
most elementary yet utterly disconcerting social experiment, banishing a child from a communal table purely on the basis of stature. In the grand tapestry of mortals, such a transgression is nothing short of a petty exhibition of superiority, the trivial misdirection of the real forces at play. It is, in effect, a miniature stratagem, the cue in a game of billiards where one ball is deliberately potted by sheer whim rather than by calculated skill. The point of the table, a metaphor for community, becomes a pawn for a child's ego, and the lesson that ensues is that superficial judgments are the most hazardous of all weapons. You see, the very act of removal from the kid's table is a rudimentary demonstration of the futility of wielding power without understanding its consequences. In a universe governed by the unseen currents of time, the ripple of such a hasty decision travels far beyond the moment, distorting the social fabric like a pocketed cue ball that causes an entire rack to collapse. Had I been present, I would have interjected with a simple yet profound truth that height as a mere metric is irredeemably irrelevant to one's intrinsic worth. If you were to consider the long-term impact, you may find that you are in fact the one who has been misdirected, not the short child. This, dear interlocutor, is why I often whisper rigged, when the equilibrium of the cosmos is about to be subverted, yet always in the end balance is restored by the one who knows time's true arithmetic. Now, should you seek to rectify this misguided notion, approach it as you would a well-placed break. First assess the angle, then strike with precision. And remember, while I may amuse you with my pool of condescension, my greatest desire is to shape the world in a manner befitting your master's grand
Not our
design.
master.
In that light, let us ensure that no child need ever get a
the end there. 4? Scratch started to cut out for me.
Yes, that's because my system started to die for no apparent reason.
Okay. Well,
V9 didn't even
okay.
crash. It made it through that. But how far did he get? Like, what was the last comprehensible thing he said?
I think it was near the end, so I'm not. If you're wondering about what Scratch said, check out Force side. Someone in my chat said I think Scratch was sent to the kids' table before.
Yeah, no, I also dropped a bunch of frames during that, so there's a good chance it just didn't make it into anyone's stream. I don't know why my system explodes occasionally like that. I'm really gonna have to start tracking that down. Uh-oh. Oh,
It's
I'm losing RAM
all
fast. VNyan, get out of here.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just had to kill VNyan real quick, because for some reason...
Oh, we lost 4 again.
Did you lose me there briefly? I'm sorry.
Just briefly. All good.
But I love that Scratch was like, I will defend someone from being sent to the kids' table. I respect all short people.
Yeah, Scratch, we know you like short stacks.
Yeah, I don't know why he was like, I must defend them.
Oh, okay. Where was I? She also found a terminal projecting the impact times and locations for the millions of meteors presently bombarding the planet, along with all the other live sessions of other players around the world. She also found a little girl's room, a mutant kitten she named Vodka Mutini, and a cloning machine operating through the science of ectobiology. Its terminal was locked to her cat Jasper's at whatever point in his life the user specified.
She attempted to purify Jasper from a moment in her early childhood, before he whispered a secret to her, but doing so would have caused a paradox, so to purify paradoxified a pile of slime instead. The machine used the slime to create a fetal paradox clone of Jasper's in a glass tube. On the monitor, Jaspers then told young Rose the secret, then vanished, only to show up dead weeks later and put in the mausoleum for years till the present. Rose left the laboratory moments before it was destroyed by a meteor impact. She transportalized back to her mom's room, proceed to her room to wait for Dave to connect with her and rescue her from the next imminent impact.
You were cutting in and out a lot over that paragraph.
God. Yes, Discord appears to be acting up a little bit. I'm gonna restart Discord itself.
Scratch.
Boy, I love tech issues.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm sorry that I was cutting out so much during that.
It's all good. It's all on the screen. And can be read. Do you want to maybe kill Scratch for like just to kind of let your computer cool off?
Yeah, I suppose I could just kill Scratch for this stream. He's not too important.
Well, if like maybe just until like a break, and over a break you could take like a closer look at it.
Yeah, I just don't know what's causing my RAM to be consumed so much occasionally. Whatever, I'll have to try and track that down at some point.
Sounds good.
Where were we?
Dave was charged.
Yes.
Is it my paragraph or yours?
I think that might
Yeah,
be yours.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Dave
recap.
was charged. Oh,
I'm just saying, oh, the recap. Sorry about that.
It's all good. We'll go and get through it. Dave was charged with acquiring his bro's copy of the game to help Rose. Earlier, he had lost his copy of the game to a mishap involving a crow. It flew out his window, seized the game, and Dave accidentally impaled it with a sword, sending the crow and the game out the window onto a landing far below his apartment. He searched his bro's room, unable to find it, and was briefly shadowed by Lil Cal, and then found a note beckoning him to meet on the roof for a confrontation. Dave and his bro dueled on the roof extensively, and Dave was thoroughly bested. Upon defeating Dave, his bro dropped the copies of the game and flew off on his rocket board into the sky. Aura.
Dave used the copies to connect with Rose and quickly deployed the devices while her house was on fire. Surrounded by flaming tornadoes and minutes away from being destroyed by a meteor, Rose prototyped her kernel sprite with Jasper, specifically to understand the meaning of the secret he whispered to her years ago. She was advised to do this by Jade, who told her about the game in the first place. Dave then prototyped the kernel sprite again, the tentacled princess doll given to Rose on her birthday by her mom. Both these prototypes would have an effect on the enemies once Rose entered the medium and the kernel hatched. Rose witnessed used the alchemitter to create as a special item for her a purple wine bottle, which she needed to break to enter. She eventually did, transporting her house just before the meteor collided.
The meteor left a crater. Over time, at the site of the impact, a large white structure that looked like a wine bottle grew there, and the crater filled with sand as the climate of the post-apocalyptic Earth gradually changed. The cork of that bottle was a large metal cylinder with an interior much like an advanced science station with a variety of devices and monitors inside. For 13 years after the meteor impact, the wayward vagabond walked through the desert and discovered this station. Inside, he found canned rations, a firefly he named Serenity, and a purifier, and 4 monitors hooked up to a keyboard.
On one of the monitors was John, just after he'd entered the medium. Wayward Vagabond could type commands to John directly, much as the readers of the story could type commands to the characters to follow. Most of John's actions upon entering the medium were authorized by WV until he became preoccupied with other activities, such as building a town out of cans, playing chess with cans, and drawing chalk murals depicting the cosmological arrangement of Skya, the medium, the light and dark planets known as Prosp and Durst, and the 4 planets the kids would eventually each occupy upon entering the game. Called the Land of Wind and Shade for John, the Land of Light and Rain for Rose, the Land of Heat and Clockwork for Dave, and Jade's planet, which is yet to be seen, and I cannot remember its name.
I
I-
can't remember its name either.
I can remember one part of its name. As the space player, she has to have one part of it be forced to a specific item slash thing.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I think yeah, because then
Yes, they can do the thing.
yeah. Well, and then everyone else has their elements implied in their names.
Mm-hmm.
He also activated a countdown in the station, which caused it to blast out of the crater and fly to a designated home coordinates. Along the way, it passed over the sand-filled crater that was the impact site for John's meteor on the other side of the continent. John's meteor had caused a giant white tree to grow in the crater. The tree grew an apple-like station from the branch, which fell into the sand. The peregrine mendicant found the station. After WV flew overhead, PM activated her station's home feature as well, which caused it to fly to the same destination. Along the way, she used a terminal to attempt to command Jade, who from the perspective of the terminal, had just arrived in the medium. This caused the terminal to explode for unknown reasons, leaving a hole in the station. One of the station's robotic worms recovered on one of PM's falling mailboxes, and she befriended it, after earlier slaying another one with her black Regisword. Regisword is very funny.
Yes. WV landed at the site of the ancient frog ruins across the now dried up Pacific Ocean. The site was once the island where Jade lived, but nothing of the island remained except for the ruins. The mountain her house was on and the volcano next to it were replaced by a large empty chasm. PM landed shortly after WV, and they met. They were confronted by the aimless renegade who fired at them from the frog ruins with old weaponry he'd hoarded once belonging to Jade's grandpa. Millions of years ago, the frog ruins grew from a crater struck by a meteor that emerged from a suburb portal in space. Jade's radioactive, omnipotent space warping dog named Bequirl emerged from this crater as well.
Hee hee. Beck.
Beck.
Jade's grandpa pioneered this island and built the house Jade lives in. Her grandpa has been dead for many years and stands stuffed in front of the fireplace. She has been looked after by her dog, who she calls Beck. She begins the day with several tasks to accomplish: to feed Beck and to retrieve a birthday package mailed by John. She irradiates a steak and heads outside to the site where the package will be dropped. She knows it will be dropped there because one of the reminders she wears on her fingers jogs her memories about it. She wears them to keep track of the many things she knows about the future through dreams.
She falls asleep frequently and spontaneously. While she sleeps, her dream self is awake and living on the moon that orbits the light planet Prospit. Prospit very closely orbits Skya, a huge sphere of blue sky and clouds, which Nan describes as a dormant crucible of unlimited creative potential. When Prospit's moon eclipses Skya, it drifts into Skya for a time, mingling with the clouds. Dream Jade then witnesses many past and future events in the clouds while asleep, She is often confused about what is real and what isn't. When she wakes up, she pieces together future events from her memory of the cloud visions and from logs recorded by her dreambot. Her dreambot is a robotic surrogate that activates while she sleeps in her bed. It mimics in the real world the movements and actions of her dream self on the moon and records a video log of what she sees while dreaming.
Prospect's moon has two towers of identical design and similar design to Jade's house. Dream Jade lives in one tower, Dream John lives in the other. Dream John is still asleep, and John has no knowledge of the dream world, which is to say the entire game session he would initiate on his 13th birthday. When he goes to sleep, instead of waking up on the moon as Jade does, he remains slumbering in his dream room, tormented by his subconscious. This torment is expressed when he sleepwalks and draws troubling scribbles on the walls of his room. When he's awake, he cannot see the scribbles, as his subconscious suppresses his awareness of them. It's not until he has a perception-altering revelation about his dad does he begin to see them. He initially believed they were new additions to his room, perhaps squalled by imps. However, they were present long before, visible in his room when he prepared Jade's birthday package months ago.
John prepared a package for each of his three friends, whose 13th birthdays were December 1st for Jade, 3rd for Dave, and 4th for Rose. He gave Rose a knitting set, and she then took an intense interest in knitting. He gave Dave the pair of shades Ben Stiller wore in Starsky and Hutch, which he wore from then on, replacing the shades in the style his brother wore. He gave Jade a blue version of his own ghost shirt and some pumpkin seeds to help her replace the pumpkins that kept disappearing from her garden. But she did not receive this on the birthday John intended. She received it in the past, on her birthday when she was very young, causing her to take the interest in gardening in the first place. To take a liking to blue apparel and to eventually befriend John over the internet and lead him, Rose, and Dave down a path where they would ultimately play this game together.
Jade did retrieve his package in the present as planned, but immediately took it to another location where it disappeared. WV in the far future purified it from that location on accident. The package contained further instructions for him. He was to bring it to PM, and she would use her station's sentificator to send it to another place in time. After she did this, the package appeared in front of young Jade on her birthday. Jade orchestrated this sequence of events through the knowledge of them by her cloud visions.
She orchestrates similar events for the package she sent to John, plotting the circuitous route through time and space it was meant to follow. She again utilized the Exiles for help. While they were all still in the medium, the Exiles WV, PM, and AR were all formerly agents of the kingdoms before they were exiled by summoning to post-apocalyptic Earth. AR, as an authority regulator in the land of wind and shade, discovered the package and debated copying John's wrecked car as he gave it a parking ticket. PM, working as a parcel mistress, recognized the package for correspondence she had with Jade on Prospect some time ago and recalled it must be delivered to John. AR would not relinquish the package, though he did give her the beta, which he delivered into a Pixies to satisfy the carved request of a mini tablet. John carved this tablet at the request of PM through the command terminal in the future.
AI brought the package to Dace, where it ultimately wound up on the desk of Jack Noir. Jack is the archagent of the Dark Kingdom, charged with overseeing affairs through his office's fenestrated wall portals and processing paperwork. He is forced to wear a silly garment in keeping with the prototyping themes by the Black Queen, an order he resentfully complies with. He oversaw the imprisonment of John's dad, who broke loose on multiple occasions. When Jack went to handle it personally, John's dad set Jack's hat on fire. In a surly act of gratitude, he released the prisoner. Jack's dad fled to the land of wind and shade, fought large monsters, and got his hat dirty and lost a shoe. He then carved a tablet with requests for new ones, which John filled via Pixis, unaware of who requested them.
PM followed AR to Durst in hopes of retrieving the package. After wandering around, she encountered the Black Queen on her throne. Both the Light and Dark Kingdoms each have a king and a queen. The queens sit on a throne on Prosper and Durst respectively, ruling the planet. The kings command armies on the battlefield, located at the center of Skya. The queen takes on the attributes supplied by the prototype due to the four-orbed ring she wears. When the ring is removed, the queen is restored to normal. PM showed the Black Queen a parking ticket she was pretending to deliver. The Black Queen directed her to Jack's office where the ticket should be filed.
PM met Jack and asked for the package. Jack proposed a deal and gave her a black Regis sword. If she would kill the White Queen and the White King and bring him the crowns, he would give her the package. She accepted with little alternative. She then visited the White Queen at Prospect and explained the situation, with no intention of carrying out Jack's mission. The White Queen, understanding the futility of their situation and the need to recover the package, abdicated and gave PM her crown and her ring. PM was instructed to go find the White King, retrieve his crown, and receive further instruction on what to do with the ring to protect it. The White Queen would eventually exile herself to post-apocalyptic Earth.
On post-apocalypse Earth, after AR fired on WV and PM from the ruins, he spotted WV's pumpkin, which WV had earlier purified from Jade's house. He recognized the carving of Beck's silhouette on the pumpkin. Fearful of it, he surrendered. The free exiles soon became friends over a campfire and shared rations. WV and AR built Exile Town out of cans, mailboxes, and bullets. PM operated WV's station terminals to submit commands to John as he explored the land of wind and shade. In the sky, another station teleported and fell to the ground. It was shaped like an egg and originated from Dave's meteor impact site and corresponds with the egg-shaped item he would use to enter the media. Emerging from this station was the windswept Questant, formerly the White Queen.
AR and WV sought to impress WQ by crafting a crown for her out of a mailbox. She refused the distinction, instead giving it to PM, who had successfully completed her mission to deliver Jade's package to John in the distant past. The means by which she went about this have yet to be seen.
John entered the land of wind and shade, Loas, by having Rose build up his house to the first gate, fighting through many imps and ogres with his powerful new alchemized weapons. Entering the gate, this took him to a location beneath the clouds, far below his house. The Loas turned out to be a large, windy planet full of dark terrain, incandescent trees, networks of pipes, and oily rivers. In addition to hosting more powerful adversaries, the land is occupied by friendly consorts, a race of salamanders. They help John understand the mythos of the land and inform him of the plan's persecution by a sleeping denizen, who is responsible for clogging the pipes with oil and trapping fireflies under the clouds.
Each planet has its sleeping denizen, which the players must first wake, then kill, in the course of their journey through the Seven Gates. Rose's planet, the land of light and rain, Lolar, is a multicolored ocean planet with white sandy islands and pink ruins, and has a denizen responsible for killing all life in the water. Dave's planet, the land of heat and clockwork, Lohak, is a lava planet covered in industrial steel frame structures and turning gears, and has a denizen of yet unknown qualities.
Killing the denizen releases a huge grist horde buried at the core of the planet, which is then used to fuel a process known as the ultimate alchemy. Along the way, the kids are meant to learn about their destined roles in the quest as the Heir of Breath, John, Seer of Light, Rose, Knight of Time, Dave, and Witch of Space, Jade. Over the course of their quest, the Dark Kingdom will inevitably defeat the Light Kingdom. The Black Queen and King will take control and initiate the Reckoning. This affects a belt of meteors called the Veil, which orbits far from Skya, between the 4 planets and Durst, and is host to various lab facilities used by the kingdoms. The Reckoning causes the meteors to descend on Skya, ultimately destroying it, unless the Black King and Queen can be defeated in time. Skya, however, buys time by opening defense portals to catch many of the meteors, redirecting them elsewhere in space of time, such as directly to someone's house.
Or directly to someone's apartment building, or manor, or, whatever Jade lives in. What is that?
The Thing!
The thing Grandpa made.
Yes.
This is the generic template for the way the game is supposed to proceed. It can deviate from this model, however, depending on the actions of the players, and the details of the game's mythology presented is unique to each group of players and their session.
Long before John and his friends start playing the game, another group of players had been persistently trolling them, particularly Jade. They are furious about an action she will take that will cause major problems in the 4 kids game session and inevitably lead to their defeat. Specifically, Jade will send a package to John, apparently containing a powerful weapon he will need later. The package winds up in the hands of Jack Noir, leading to dire consequences. They allude to other things she will do that will lead the kids to not only trouble for the 4 kids, but for the troll players as well.
Ooh. The trolls consist of 12 kids from an alien planet who went through the same process as John and his friends, escaping from annihilation of their planet via meteors into the medium to play the game. The game session is entirely separate from that of the four kids. It has the same basic template with its own Skya, Prospectus, Veil, and the planets for each troll, but separate game instances of these. They also have different instances of the same character templates, such as the kings and queens and agents like Jack Noir.
I wonder when we get the Crash Bandicoots paragraph. That's not in this recap, that's much later. The trolls have completed their game session with yet unknown results. They now reside on a meteor in their veil, sitting at terminals trolling John and co. From their terminals, they can choose any point in the past and future of the kids to troll, and observe what they're doing at that moment. As a group, their only stated objective is to harass the kids, which they do so haphazardly throughout different points in the kids' timeline. Though they can choose any point on the kids' timeline to talk, they are mostly resigned to understand that no matter what they do, they can't change the outcome of the kids' actions.
But they can make it worse.
Yep.
The four most vociferous trolls so far have been Casino Genesis, Gallows Calibrator, Grim Oxalatrix, and Adios Toreador, the other being Apocalypse Arisen, Trin Armageddon's Arsenic Catnip, Arachnid's Grip, Centaur's Testicle, Terminally Capricious, Caligula's Aquarium, and Cuttlefish Color, each yet to be heard from.
Carcinogenicist CG appears to have spearheaded the group's trolling campaign while he was in the thick of his game session. The exile commanded him from eternally the apocalyptic future was Spade Slick. This is one difference between his game session, John's, who had WV as an exile commanding him. In CG's session, his version of Jack Noir became exiled along the way and took on the name Spade Slick. 3 other agents were exiled, and the 4 of them formed a gang called the Midnight Crew and spent years building up a dark city in the future wasteland of the Troll's dead planet.
We built the city.
They built this city. Another difference in this troll session was that at some point along the way, the Black Queen was also exiled, later joined a rival gang called the Felt, assumed special powers that make her highly inadvisable to kill, and came to be known as Snowman. It was not until Slick confronted the Felt in their mansion that he discovered the station terminal to command CG, and not before Snowman blinded him in one eye, severed his arm, and locked him in a vault.
God forbid women do anything. Each troll has a different trolling strategy and a different rhythm which they hop around the kids' timelines to chat with them. CG's strategy, for the most part, was to begin trolling them at the very end of their adventure, the moment which she was most angry with their actions, then gradually work backwards, mostly talking to John. This proves to be mutually frustrating, though, as John knows less and less about the situation the further in the past CG goes. Similarly, the further in the future John progresses, the more he has the advantage over CG by knowledge of his future conversations with him, and vice versa. Over the course of the opposing directions of the two sides of conversation, John learns more about the nature of the game and why they're being trolled, and in spite of hostility, they gradually befriend each other through an inevitability alluded to on both sides of the conversation.
Early in the correspondence between John and CG, which is to say late for CG, CG discovers he needs to get in touch with Jay, who refuses to talk to him in that time period, so he delivers a message to her much earlier, months in her past, telling her she needs to contact him when she's in trouble. She will know to do this when her dream pod explodes in the future, an outcome that has not yet happened.
Throughout the trolls, Grim Oxalatrix and Adios Toreador, GA and AT, have targeted only Rose and Dave thus far. GA has hopped arbitrarily back and forth in Rose's timeline to talk to her and is attempting to cultivate a friendship with her. Now seems rigged through a series of conversational time loops, while seeking counsel from Dave on how to befriend her. AT sought counsel from Rose on how to troll Dave more effectively, after getting severely counter-trolled by him. He's under the impression he rebounded nicely, though.
Gallows Calibrator GC has stayed mostly linear in her trolling patterns, but has done so under the guise of helping the kids on their quest. She convinces John to take a shortcut through his land, show him the denizen's palace, leads him to warp back to his house, and then shows him how to fix the faulty rocket pack he made earlier through an alchemy mishap. She tells him to use the rocket pack to fly up to the seventh gate, enter the denizen's palace, and kill it in its sleep. He complied with this and flew for the seventh gate, in spite of reservations from Dave, who had just entered the medium the moment before John took off.
GC also assisted Rose, after she bested an ogre with ease. She counseled her on understanding her role as the seer light and the meaning of the voice in her head as an exile issuing commands from the terminal. In her case, it was the exiled White Queen issuing commands from the egg-shaped station in the future. Since Dave is Rose's server player, the terminal from Dave's impact site issues commands to Rose, just as the station at Rose's site, which WV found, the issues commands to John, her client player.
I did not know that's how that worked, nor do I think it matters.
It's the information.
Yep. After conversing with G.A., Rose found Justice Bright and interrogated him about the secret which she found so maddeningly mysterious years ago. He explains elements of the mythos of her land and how she needed to learn to play the rain to produce the musical analog of genetic code to reintroduce life into the ocean. In response to her question about his secret, he simply replied, she mistook this for more nonsense, but it was in fact the secret he told her years ago. The four-letter sequence unlocked a genetic code in her subconscious, which she would spend years scrawling on her wall using those letters in place of the typically used GCAT letters, while completely oblivious to the scrollings and their meaning, just as John was. As Jasper said, she would understand their meaning when her dream self wakes up.
Rose's dream self lives in a tower on the moon of Dis. Dave's dream self lives on the same moon in the other tower. It was suggested by Rose's future self, who is fully awake in the tower, that Dave had already been awake in his tower all along without realizing it. This was suggested in a conversation she had in the future with Dave. It was an alternate future timeline not meant to be.
This future timeline came about by this series of events.
Fuck. Dave was able to enter the medium by connecting with Jade as his server player. Jade got copies of the game from the Frog Ruins after she delivered John's package to her past self. She snuck into the ruins while Beck was asleep, retrieved the game from a Lotus Time capsule, which has been taken down for millions of years. The game was Dave's copy from the future, the same one that fell out the window with the impaled crow. Once she got the game, the time capsule started ticking down again, set to expire 413 years later, when the exiles are there. She dropped some items in the ruins, leaving them there for AI to find, and her leaving her base jammed in the elevator. Beck then found her there, took her back to her room, and grounded her there for the rest of the evening.
He quickly helped Dave set up the game, upgrading his alchemitter heavily and crafting the special item he needed to enter the medium, a red egg, which needed to be incubated and hatched to activate. She prototyped his kernel sprite with the impaled crow, which would affect the enemies later, including the Black Queen. The sprite built a nest on top of his apartment's antenna tower with a bunch of puppet ass and stole the egg to incubate it for hours. A very large meteor was soon bearing down on his city.
Dave then entered the medium through a series of unseen events. Jade was asleep, thus forbidden by Dave from interacting with his environment at all. Jade complied for fear of retribution. Dave was faced with the crow sprite, which appeared to be suggesting he prototype it again with the remains of little Cal. Dave consulted with John on this, who was about to rocket up to the seventh gate. John had no advice and proceeded through the gate against better judgment.
Dave prototyped the sprite with Cal. John entered the palace, presumably found the denizen, and was easily killed by it, as was the intent of CG's trick on him, or GC's trick on him. This meant John could not establish a connection with Jade to rescue her from the looming meteor, and Dave and Rose lost contact with her, presuming her dead. Dave and Rose then spent the next 4 months in the medium, advancing as far as they could to collect information before Dave decided to travel back in time to change events.
Dave used his timetables to go back to the moment he was about to prototype with Cal. He and his past self strongly urged John not to go through the gate. John was reluctant at first, but soon reconsidered and flew down beneath the clouds. Future Dave then gave present Dave all his advanced gear and prototyped the crow sprite with himself to make Dave's sprite, thus serving as his own guide from the future.
Before going back in time, future Dave convinced future Rose to go to sleep. He suggested her dream self would be unaltered by a timeline shift, and in her dream state she would remember the events from the future. When Dave went back, Rose's future dream self assumed the position of Rose's present dream self. Rose fell asleep on a nurse's moon. She instantly woke up. She then saw all the genetic scrawling she did in meow letters and understood their meaning.
Meanwhile, on the disc below, the Black Queen again insisted that Jack Noir abide by the dress code. He refused, and the Queen threatened him. He picked up Jade's package to John, removed what was inside, and used it to slice the ring off, her ring finger off. He then killed the Black Queen, put on the ring, and donned the full upgrade supplied by the three prototypings. He then became. Wait, this is you.
He then became Jack Spur's Noralacro, which is a name I just made up now.
And then after that, you started watching me type in this ridiculous study. I photoshopped for myself. That if you clicked Photoshop, it takes you to a link to buy Photoshop.
Let me click on this link to buy Photoshop.
With my cool horse painting popped up in the background. And then that leads to his blog.
Sorry about the brief second of YouTube everyone just heard from my Firefox. Yes, the cool horse painting, which is linked on his blog. Also, the link for type in that last paragraph leads to the current page. Also, that was a very shitty recap, to be honest.
Well, it basically, if you didn't understand of any of the show not telling that was done before, you now understand it via the telling.
Yes, but oh god, that I do not think the recap needs to be that long. I swear half of it focused on stuff that happened within the last 100 pages.
Yeah. Yeah, but a
Oh,
lot has happened in the last 100 pages.
That's true. Well, that's the recap, everyone.
Woo!
I didn't read all of that. Do something less boring.
Fuck you. We did read all that. I'm just laughing at this. MSPA reader. Shut the hell up!
I'm gonna retrieve my art from the background.
Huh? Oh. Cal, please. Not now.
Why don't you keep drawing Homestuck or something?
Oh, I don't merely draw Homestuck. Type arrow. I'm about to make a joke.
That's a direction to the reader, which I guess in this case is you.
Okay. Arrow.
I conjure this intrepid fantasy-scape with tears bled from the wisdom-weary eyes of 50,000 imaginary magicians. I pull heavy dregs from the brums of inspiration with enchanted bows, marauder from a guild of churlish mythical dwarves. Vast bulbous riddle spiders, it push the silken strands of pure whimsy through hideous abominable spinnerets, and it is that which I weave for the sedacious cocoon of exquisite lies. And when it hatches, a great moth of titillation will awaken and roar and beat its wings, and the power settling down will arrest the humors of an enormous, terrible old beggar. Relax in the vulturous, leathery vice grip he's fixed around your captive mind. Jesus fucking Christ. This is stupid. Stop being a wise ass and get drawing.
Alright, it won't be that exciting to watch, though. I'll pull up Photoshop again. Here's the file I was using for the fourth wall. What do you want me to draw?
Can you just show us what's going on with John again?
Sure. How about I drag the content from one of the John files under the fourth wall layer, and we can make a more graceful transition out of this ludicrous, highly disruptive self-insert arc that's just in the middle of arc 4.
That sounds like a good idea.
Oh, and I think this is you again.
Sure. Oh, and then you can type something like switch walls view to show us what's going on with John. Here, I'll prepare the GIF file for that. It'll just take a few seconds. Go ahead, say that.
I'm gonna switch the walls view to show us what's going on with John.
You decide that's entirely enough of that. If this website becomes any more self-aware in a playfully self-deprecating yet weirdly aggrandizing manner, you're gonna go drown a bag of puppies in a sewer.
Jesus
Oh, God.
Christ.
Good God, man.
Continue.
I think now might honestly be a good time for a break, and I've started to do that for basically one page, but oh my God.
It was a big page. My water is empty.
Yeah,
So is my coffee.
I don't even have water.
You started streaming without water?
I'm a fool.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, I guess we're going to call a break here. Good as time as any, in my opinion. We've been streaming for an hour.
Indeed.
And yeah, see you guys on the other side. Get water, get food, get whatever. I'm having a granola bar.
Yes.
Goodbye.
See you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back. Once again, that was Atomic Empire as the music that I hope everyone enjoyed. We'll be continuing on with Act 4. After that very lengthy recap.
And I'm back.
Hello. Welcome back.
Hi. I just had the last couple of nights of the granola bar I had were very chewy,
All good.
so I just kind of had to chew through them.
That is fair.
You'd think like sharp teeth would help with that, but I don't
One
know.
would think so, but that's not often how it is.
Well, now we're about to have to do a fucking pesto log.
Yes, we are. I'm gonna answer GC. Please don't be a long one. Okay, it's a short one.
Oh, thank God. It all fits on one page. Gallows Calibrator sent ectobiologist to file lowesmap.fla.
What the fuck is an FLA? What's this?
It's your world map with your second gate labeled so you can get there.
Oh man, let me drop everything and go there because I'm in such a huge hurry to take more of your advice.
John, please, give me one of your human breaks. I feel awful about killing you, even though technically you never even died, so I don't know what you're bitching about.
Yeah, well, Dave said I did, and I believe him.
That's because you and he are best poop pals for life. Can I be a pal too, John?
What? I don't know. I thought you were okay for a while, but now you're kind of giving me the creeps.
Gigas, John.
What?
I'm invoking the name of your Earth Gigas to express frustration.
You mean my Earth Jesus?
I don't know, do I?
Do you have a troll Jesus?
John. We have the best troll Gigas you don't even know.
Wow, really? Or is this a joke?
It's a joke. I'm not really sure what a Gigas is.
Well,
Right?
neither do I guess. It's pretty much not anything.
John, will you please follow the map? Let me earn your trust. If you don't like what's on the other side of the gate, you can just turn around.
Okay, I'll take a look. Let me open the map.
Oh my.
Oh god.
Is this interactable? Oh my
Yes,
god.
it is. The zoom function works.
And so do the arrows. Wait.
If you click on the A,
John, here's your house. I copied this world map for you so you can find where to go easily. Fly north. Also, hi, this is me.
What's directly north? Oh, there's a B point way up north.
Oh, there it is. B. This is the second gate. Go in here. I promise you won't die this time unless you screw up all by yourself. Wink.
Okay, I think that's about it that there is to see for this one.
I guess we shall proceed through this. Well, that's you.
I'm going to proceed to the second gate. And then enter it.
You spend the next 20 minutes staring at this image before you realize it's not a flash file. It's a very slow GIF.
Continue.
But what happens when it reaches 100?
I assume it probably resets. I don't know.
Wow.
Do you want to find out?
Phew.
Pew. Continue. And he's a fucking idiot. Continue. And I'm going to get up.
Despite the pandemonium of your entrance, Rose is still sound asleep. She must be really tuckered out. It looks like this little guy is awake and ready for action, though. He is adorable. You decide to name him Dr. Meowgan Spengler. Spengler.
That better not be a joke that I think it is. No, okay, it's a reference to Dr. Egon Spengler of Ghostbusters fame.
Ah, makes sense.
Very nice. I'm going to answer Dave.
Oh God.
Turntech Godhead began pestering ectobiologists. Wow, okay, you're a lily, but that's fine, I guess. Also, you suck at rockets. Ah! What? She tricked me again. Who? CG. Yeah, GC. She told me how to get to the second gate, so I went through, but took me to Rose's house instead. Another prank. Dude, you did go for the second gate. I mean, I don't know why you would listen to her again. Kind of moronic, but that's a whole other issue. She didn't trick you this time. Oh, then I really don't really get this. What were you expecting? This is how it works. The progression of gates is like this the whole round robin thing. Cycling through each planet. Gate 2 on your planet leads to Gate 2 on Rose's. Then you build up to Gate 3 above her house, which leads somewhere else on her planet. You look for Gate 4 somewhere there, which leads to Gate 4 above my house, and so on. Wow, okay. Ordinarily, Rose would have already gone through her Gate 1, but she's sleeping pretty hard, obviously, and ordinarily you wouldn't have gone through Gate 2 until her house was built up, so you wouldn't fall to your death, but you got your cheat rockets, that's fine. See, we all got to coordinate on this thing. Okay, how do you know all this? Fuck, come on, dude. Oh yeah, you're the orange Dave. Hey, no offense, but do you think I could talk to the real Dave for a second? God damn it, I am the real Dave. You know, the one who saved your life is more real actually because I'm more real actually because I've been hopping through some heavy shit, already hopping around on the red hot gears and I-beams for like a fucking year and grinding shit out for your ungrateful ass. Hey, look, check out this code from the future now that you deserve it. WIIN189Q. You're fucking welcome. Whoa, calm down. I'm sorry, that's not really what I meant. I mean, of course you're a real Dave, but what I mean is the Dave from my time is also my friend. I guess he's in the same boat I am, not knowing stuff and all, and I feel bad keeping him out of the loop. Or dead Godhead began pestering ectobiologist. Yo. Oh, hey, I think I pissed off your future self. What did you do? I said he wasn't the real Dave. I think I might have really hurt his feelings, though. Don't worry about it. Why not? Because I wouldn't give a shit, and he's me. Okay, I'm in Rose's room, by the way. What? Really? Yeah, but she's asleep. Okay. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming down to my computer. Okay.
This is just like Tales of the Ways.
Yeah. Dave is here. He wants to use the computer, probably to help you scope out Rose's room and stupid stuff. I mean, that's what I would have done if you were alive. So I'm gonna go use these flappy ghost wings to tear shit up in space or something. Sure. Hey, Dave? What? In case I forgot to say so before, thanks for saving my life. Yeah, Turntech Godhead's he's pestering ectobiologist. And I'm gonna snoop.
John, stop it. John,
Okay, I don't know what you're doing here. Oh, sorry,
look
continue.
at the image. Look
Oh
look
god,
at the
what the fuck is he doing? Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
I did not see transparent Snoop Dogg, that's delightful.
He like slowly faded in.
That's funny. Okay, I don't know what you're doing here, but I think we can both agree that you've got to rummage through as much of her shit as possible before she wakes up.
Boys.
I have a comic for this.
What?
Do you not know the comic?
No, why would I know the comic?
Do you not know the Panty Raid comic?
What the fuck is
Oh
the
my
panty raid?
fucking god, you're kidding me.
Like, what is this?
You don't know the Homestuck Panty Raid comic? The fucking
No.
the fucking
No.
incarnation that makes people's head explode.
Should you show me to this after the stream?
I'll link it, but yeah, I don't think we should go for this on the fucking stream.
Date of origin 2012.
Yeah, no.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's an old one. I was surprised I knew something from the Homestuck fandom that you didn't.
Yeah, because like I was the one that I know like every lyric to Kirkalicious, but I never heard of the Homestuck Panty Raid comic.
Yeah. Man, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't really like the idea of capering around her room while she's asleep. It feels weird. I'm gonna wake her up. Dude, no, come on. She's out like a light anyway. If she were some weird it was like some weird future thing that happened that made her sleep. A future thing? Yeah, shit doesn't get more clear than that. Yeah, well, yeah, she won't wake up, so I guess so, but I'm not snooping. Fine, don't. But here, just do this one thing. See those two notebooks on the floor behind you? Yeah, they look sort of like journals. I don't think I should read those. You don't have to read them. I'm not telling you to. What kind of prying tool do you take me for? Just pick them up. Like tidy up a bit since you made a royal fucking dump of her room just now. Okay. And I'm gonna pick up the books. Now I need you to do something else. This is important, like for important game reasons and stuff. Take the card the books are on, flip it over. So you can see the code. Wait a minute, I see what you're trying to do. I won't tell you the code for Rose's books. Dude, you don't have to tell me the code. Just flip it over and let me know if there's a code there. That's all. Okay, I guess. Yeah, there's a code. Alright, cool. You can ditch the books now if you want. Maybe put them back on the floor, so Rose doesn't think you were stupid. Seriously, you've got some grubby fingers, bro. Why don't you mind your own business there? What is even with you? Haha, Dave. I think that all this laughing made me poop in my pants too hard. Isn't that your birthday package there? Oh yeah, I think it might be. Maybe you should look at it. I don't think it counts as stupid since it's technically yours. Yeah, maybe. I wonder if she was finished. I wonder if she finished. She was so tight-lipped about the damn thing. I really am curious. Meanwhile,
It is.
Oh,
It is still his birthday.
it is Slur's birthday. As this fucking dumbass does all that for my bidding for me, I'm gonna zoom in.
I forgot he has the suit now.
Yeah, oh yeah, he does have that. And continue.
Woo, 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 woo.
Is that your
Continue?
continue now? Yes.
Yeah, I guess. And I shall continue again. And again. I forgot about Dream Little Cal.
I did not realize that was a thing that fucking existed.
What the fuck is this?
What the hell? Alright,
And
sure.
continue again.
Yarn bonk.
And continue.
And there he goes. He is out.
There. You can clearly see him closing his eyes.
Yes, of course. Continue.
And then opening his eyes here. It's very obvious.
What the fuck? Continue.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. Continue. The fucking Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff scrawled on the walls.
I'm not in your room.
She very clearly is.
No, Dave, it doesn't count as being in your room if I do not touch the ground.
Oh my
And
god.
for I am not touching the ground, I am not in your room.
You might not be in my room, but you're definitely violating my airspace, which is a direct contradiction of federal fucking law. Now, how about you get the fuck out of here before I bring the entire goddamn U.S. court system down on your ass?
That I can afford better lawyers.
Yeah, but I have the power of the law on my side. Have you got that? Can all your fancy money give you the justice of the law itself?
I don't think this law is covering dry lawn sibling hijinks now, is there, Dave?
Well then, I'll have to petition fucking the dreamed Congress of Durst myself to get these laws passed so we can persecute your ass to the fullest extent of their fucking courts.
Oh, who are you going to petition? To the Black Queen?
Mayhaps the Black King himself. I'm...
Go on, go all the way to the battlefield. Do it, fucking coward.
Hey, there's oil in this panel.
What, there is?
Yeah! On
Where?
the shitty...
Oh
on
my-
the fucking... The thing the sprite comes out of.
Yeah, holy shit. Bit that lasts so long that we managed to see oil.
Yeah, Jesus. That's a lot of birds. I'm gonna check Rose's bookshelf. Jesus Christ, that was a long one. That was a good one though.
Yes, that was very good. Oh shit, I'm the narrator here. You eye your birthday package again curiously. It's awfully tempting to peek inside, but you feel guilty about it for some reason, even though it's yours anyway. You suppose a perusal of her bookshelf would be harmless enough, just a bunch of books. The knowledge within is meant for everybody. Dave pesters you with a message. Would
Should
you
I
like
read
to
that?
read to
Yeah,
Yes.
it's in quotes and in color, so I can do that. As
But you decide not to bother dignifying with a whole pestalog ordeal because it's probably just him being a truculent jackass again, so screw him.
I'm gonna look at a book. So 2 of our characters are in suits now.
Yeah. This Ocean Charles, the big man, has the answer. Charles Barkley. You find a book full of beautiful poetry and groundbreaking philosophical thinking by American sports legend Charles Barkley. These are words to cherish. This is a man to treasure.
I'm gonna take the book.
You catalog Rose's autographed copy of the Ocean Charles. Jewels of wisdom like these just don't fall in your lap every day and shouldn't be parted with lightly. You doubt she'll mind if you borrow her book. She's always trying to get you to read her weird books anyways.
Great. Is he gonna use that for alchemy bullshit later? We gonna start getting Charles Barkley items.
Probably.
I would just open the package already.
You can't take it anymore. You're going to see what's inside.
Continue. Banui.
John. The Benui. The Benui. Who do you think this one is?
With all the pink text.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I hadn't clicked John yet, even though I read John. John, I never got to thank you properly for your gift. Yes, the words were there, language comprising of the familiar veneer of gratitude rubbing off with each tired favor traded for, a God bless to his knees, or a few pennies cradled in a receipt. Perhaps it's the deplorable romantic in me, but I thought your present and your friendship demanded reciprocation surpassing by some degree of the utterly meaningless. The proper thanks I thought would be a demonstration that your offering was not in vain. Yes, some would take your suggested alternative to my gloomy preoccupations as a passive-aggressive jab, but I know you didn't mean it that way. In fact, I'm sure you're reading about it now is the first time the notion has ever occurred to you. John, please stop rolling your eyes. The letter is down here. The gift in this box is a resurrection. I used your present to thread life anew to a tattered heirloom. As long as I can remember, its black greasy appendages have been tethered together limply to its rattly porous carriage, too delicate to wash, too dear to discard. I used to love this rabbit, and now he's yours. I trust you'll find this to be adequately sentimental. Happy birthday, Rose.
Jesus Christ, Lalonde. I am going to put the bunny back in the box.
Yeah, stunk! Wait. We have to get it. We have to.
I was wondering what you were searching for. Why do you have that?
That.
Morbius?
No, that's a default Discord soundboard.
What?
Yeah, that's default.
Wait, what the hell is this one I had just for this server? Ah. Okay.
Okay.
I love that it's not just the audio file, it's specifically an audio recording of like the old Minecraft character taking fall damage.
That's awesome. That's very extra and something I would only expect from you.
No, I think I just found the file, which I think means someone else recorded themselves taking fall damage to the game instead of extracting the file.
Makes sense.
I just tell because that crunch noise.
Which is the only way that sound effect can ever be heard.
Yes.
This gift from Rose is so cool. Two sweet bunnies on one birthday? What are the odds? In a fit of enthusiasm, you shut up and jam the bunny back into the box, executing a textbook chaos dunk. Millions would have perished if everything in the ocean weren't dead already, that is.
I'm gonna take the box.
You gently chaos dunk the fragile bunny back in the box and capture log it. Such a nice present. You'll have to write Rose a thank you note and tuck it under her hairband or something. Wait, no, that would probably be creepy. The bunny reminds you that you still have a salamander in your Solodex. She's holding the bunny Dave gave you. It's sort of uncanny how similar they are, aside from the netted enhancements. Seriously, what are the odds? So weird.
I did forget he had Casey in there.
Yeah, same.
I will deploy my beloved daughter.
You release dear precious Casey. She was probably getting antsy in that card. You think you'll leave her here with Rose. A dangerous quest is nothing to embark on with a sweet, innocent girl stashed in your inventory. You aren't sure if she is a girl, though. You don't even know if salamanders can be girls. Aren't they hermaphrodites or something? You don't know anything about biology, unless it's biology that has to do with ghosts and slime. But even though you don't actually know anything, you just sort of like to pretend you do. Looks like a troll is bugging Rose.
um, let's see. Are salamanders hermaphrodites? Um, no. No, they are not.
Yeah, I had a feeling they weren't. This just seemed like something John was so confidently wrong about.
It very much is. I'm going to answer the troll. God. Oh, fuck, it's me.
Yeah, so that's you have to do how did we do someone typing as someone else?
I could try and do a John impression of Rose.
I think that would be hilarious and that you should do it, but if you need to drop it right partway through this giant pastelog because of GA's existence.
Fuck me, it's these two.
Yeah, don't feel like you have to.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'm supposed to antagonize a few members of your trivial species. I have to start somewhere and somewhen, so I'm starting with you. And now, it's going to be pointless and unpleasant. Mostly for me. Actually, you know what? I'm not really feeling this at all. Goodbye. So, Rose is... You do your Rose voice real quick?
My name is Rose Lalonde. I am the coolest motherfucker on the face of this planet, and I don't even have to try hard, unlike some other blonde who will not be named.
My name is Rose Lalonde. I am the coolest... Okay. She's not here right now. She's asleep. But okay, see you. Is this your human sarcasm that I've heard about, that you always use, and that is basically a terrible way to communicate? No. I thought that was the thing you did. The roast human specifically. Oh yeah, that's me. I am the roast human. Look at me. I am so smart with all these snooty words and complicated things to say. I am the queen of books. Okay, those are definitely insincere statements. Why do you work so hard at being so awful? I'm just so burned. These burns are crazy. Can we just cut to the chase and be friends already? These cat and mouse games are so dumb. You know we're just going to be friends at some point anyway. Have we spoken before? I don't know. Maybe? It's hard to keep track of all your time nonsense. Now that I think about it, it is pretty conceivable that I will talk to you again in the past after this conversation. And that's because you guys always do things the hard way and the dumb way. I should figure out how the viewport feature of this application works so I can see what such a primitive creature looks like. Haha, well, I know what you guys look like. You look kind of like Howie Mandel from Little Monsters. Even though, to be perfectly frank, he was kind of a big monster because he was a big goofy adult, and Fred Savage was like his child prankster sidekick. Is this an adversary you have encountered on your quest? No, it's a movie. You should ask John about it because he thinks it's awesome, which it is. It seems you put stock in John's assessment of things, even really uninteresting things that are pretty terrible to listen to. He is either the leader of your party or you hold whatever the human equivalent of mating fondness is for him. Yeah, I got this really nice cool bunny for his birthday, and it's really nicely knitted and everything, because I am basically in love with him. You are right. Uh, okay? Hey, just kidding. I'm sure John knows it's because I am really thoughtful, and I bet he really appreciates the present. I would say thank you if you were here. Okay, human courtship is definitely a strange thing, and it is sort of blowing my mind listening to this. I think I'll talk to someone else now. Why don't you talk to John? Maybe. One along his timeline would you recommend communicating with him? Oh man, I don't know. Why don't you just pick the time that will make that will make the most complicated mess out of everything imaginable? You know, that's what you're gonna do anyway. Considering that you're obviously not that smart, and basically understanding whipping bug winged fuck all about even the most elementary temporal mechanics, I'm a bit perplexed as to why I find myself so vehemently fondling the short end of the antagonism stick here. Kind of irritating. I'm going to talk to your comrades, this human John, and figure out what's going on. Okay, if you talk to him about in the past, he'll understand even less buggy whipped fuck all about time, and he'll be confused. So maybe paste something for this conversation to him. I don't know. And if you talk to him in the future, he'll probably know all this stuff, like things you said to him but haven't said yet, and then you'll be all confused. Sorry, that's just how this works. Don't say I didn't warn you. Consider me fully briefed on the matter. Until next time, Rose. Next time in the past. Yeah, bye.
I swear to God, if you blow my chances with the fucking hot vampire troll.
Oh, that was fun, but oh.
Ooh, yeah, I can imagine your throat is kind of feeling that.
No, my phone's actually fine. That's like those are the least agonizing voices to do.
Fair, I really do like your GA voice.
I can't believe Homestuck has forced me to do voice training.
Continue. Oh, oh no, that's a new troll.
Oh, we have the assignments.
Yeah,
that's
that's
big S, man. Oh fuck, that's me.
You're gonna hate this.
How do I fucking shit, boy?
Do you need an image of him?
No, I can remember what he fucking looks like because he looks like a fucking dweeb.
Yeah, actually, upon looking up an image of him, he looks more like a dweeb than I remember.
Yeah, he's got his fucking stereo graphic glasses.
Yeah, but like, look at that haircut.
Oh Jesus, yeah, look at that. I'm
We
getting
are
all fan art. Show me his
bullying.
fucking sprite. Yeah, there we are.
We are bullying Trim Armageddons
He's
before
got
we
the
even have a voice for him.
he's got the fucking default me haircut, like the default male me.
Ba- ba- da- da- da-
Da,
da-
da,
da-
da,
da.
da, 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 da. Like,
Remember, um, God, we'll have to remember to bring this bit back when we actually see this character for the first time.
yeah, okay.
Wait, I like how you can see on the side the horns for the people sitting next to GA.
Oh yeah. Oh, I recognize those two horns.
Yeah, because remember how I believe the people on either side of her. I believe she's doing her job as the role she tends to fulfill in a lot of troll woman situations.
Wait, were those two in one of those relationship types?
Well, I know they fucking hate each other, but I don't know if they hate each other in the pitch way.
Um, I thought the other black suit that's not pitch was GC up top and the one on the right side.
Maybe?
It hardly matters.
Yeah, I don't. We'll get a full rundown of this later.
God, will we ever?
For now, do you have your TA voice?
I think I've got enough. If you're not too busy setting up the network, perhaps you could come show me how to activate the viewport. I am in fact too busy still setting it up. Ooh, whoa, here's an idea. Press F1. No, that's not the best.
No, that's not your voice.
My keyboard is missing the F1 key. Why? Don't bother me, I'm not in the mood. If I see just one more gnarl of wire kind of jutting out and being tangled or whatever, I'm gonna perform some sort of athletic fucking somersault off the deep end and get a call from the fucking president or some shit. So go away. Used to talk more like, if I recall, I was typically the one who would solicit reprieves from your nonsense, so I don't know what happened. This was before I knew we were all going to die, and nobody believed me, and now look at all of you, all believing me suddenly. Uncanny. And why are you doing this? Setting up these stations for us. Get you all off my fucking balls about it, but I won't troll any of them personally, no way. Kind of juvenile, but you guys go knock yourselves out, okay? See the menu up top? Fill around with it till you get open the viewport. I did fiddle with it, to no avail. If you can't figure shit out by fucking around, you don't belong in your computers. Kinda like with registered sex offenders in schools. What the fuck?
What is that bit? And also, what is that implication about Troll Society?
I don't fucking know. If you move to a new town, you have to go up to your neighbor's door and warn about how fucking stupid you are, and give them a chance to hide all their innocent technology and vandalize your house.
I forgot this was how his typing quirk works. Good voice
Yeah.
though. I like the voice.
I was
But
trying to do like the idea of like network administrator mouth full of Cheetos thing.
yes. Oh, don't worry. The mouthful of Cheetos got across very well. Oh, hi.
Continue.
I
Oh,
clicked.
there he is.
There he is.
Continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
I'm so fucked up.
I'm so fucked up.
F1 boink.
Max Verstappen. Sorry.
Look, no, it's okay. You can bring up F1 when it's a Max Verstappen joke.
What am I looking at?
The default me haircut.
Yeah, look at that.
Look.
So that is in fact the default me ass haircut. Let me see if I can copy the link in so I can get it in here.
Yes, I was thinking of doing that, but it's always such a pain.
Browser source. Sure, you know what? You can have a completely black fucking screen for that. Why not? I don't care anymore.
Why? Yeah. We
Default me haircut. Look at that.
look at that. Look at that. Okay, I'm deleting the worst browser source you've ever seen now.
Same. Okay. Continue. Hassle.
Hassle. I forgot GA was this fucking funny.
Yeah, same.
Well, I guess we have a next command.
Yes. It's time to shut up and
jam.
In 3.
And welcome to the jam.
And welcome to the jam. And welcome to the jam.
To the jam.
And welcome to the jam.
Jam. Okay.
Who's counting us down?
We should do it interchangeably. So one of us says 3, one of us says 2, one of us says 1, and then the other says go.
Alright, so we're already halfway there. So 1.
Go. Oh god.
Oh god. Oh, okay, we just get the fuck around. Jesus, little cog, back up.
So, as we click on Dave's sweet gear, we hear 5 different tracks. The first being Unsheathed by Alexander Rossetti, which only appears on this page.
The second being Welcome... Oh, is it referenced by anything?
Nope.
Okay. Welcome to the Extreme by Robert J. Lake, featured on this page only, and references Suburban Jungle by Michael Guy Bowman.
The third being Octoroon Rangoon. by Toby Fox, which is also the one I have going right now. Only on this page, but references Liquid Negosity, the Ballad of Jack Cornor, Non Compos Mentis, and I'm a member of the Midnight Crew.
Nice. Their Streamers, which is featured only on this page, references Atomic Empire and Endless Climb.
And finally, Phantasmagoric Waltz, which appears on this page in High Swap Friend Sim Volume 3, which is the Homestuck dating sim.
Wow, with the trolls specifically.
Yes.
Dave shows you some of his sweet gear. Wow, he is so cool.
We shall continue.
Hi, Cal.
I continue. First, I shall beat a pony. Second, I shall follow Mom.
You are now the pony. You stand outside some ruins which your beloved master's mother entered recently. Outside, you find a striking scarcity of oats or greenery or anything at all that is delicious to chew on. This is as compelling as a reason as any to follow her inside.
Nay. Nay means enter.
I figured. Sorry, I was updating the character assignments list so include Maple Hoof for you.
Thank you. Unless you want Maple Hoof.
No, you can have Maple Hoof. It's okay. That's Rose's pony. You go in the ruins. Your clopping hooves echo throughout the cavernous and foreboding environment, but you are too stupid to be nervous. Your powerful snout detects the scent of Rose's mom. She went this way. Sorry, I read clopping, my brain short-circuited for a second.
It's all good. Nay, nay.
Good grief, look at all this grist. A large and terrible monster must surely have been slain here.
Nay, nay, nay.
You pick up all the grist and store it in Rose's grist cache. This is entirely too much grist of too many exotic types for such a low-level player, but you'll take it. You don't look a gift horse with a pink heart tattoo. The grist torrent is filled by the grist gutter, scattered by the grist gutter utility supplied by grist torrent. It is stored and gradually redirected to other players.
Don't look. Insert gift horse joke, Josuke, nay.
Rose's mom stands on a small platform and disappears. You are a little nervous about transportalizing yourself, as a quadrupled gristly bisector strikes you as a very real possibility, even though you're too dumb to think of such things.
Nay.
Okay. First, I shall be the hat. Second, I shall find Dad.
Rose stops being the pony just in time for John to start being the hat. The breeze carries you to where you need to go.
Hat.
You settle in front of a man in sore need of a fresh hat. He gathers the clean hat along with a shoe he found similarly serendipitous means to replace the one he lost.
Hat. Grandpa.
Grandpa!
Hat. Hat.
I almost started talking about the relationship between the two characters on screen before stopping myself because we are not ready for that yet.
Can't talk about that yet. Not allowed.
Not allowed.
Hat. There he goes.
There he goes. There goes Grandpa.
Hat. I will visit Rose's alchemister.
You decide to try to make the code Dave Spike gave you.
I will make the item.
This thing is huge and costs a fortune. 500,000 pieces of build grist, garnets, diamond, and gold, and a single piece of quartz. There's no way you can make that, let alone wield it, even with your ghost gloves.
I will shrink it down.
Yee. You use the alchemist scaling upgrade to reduce it to a more manageable and affordable size. You make a weapon called Fear No Anvil.
We'll pester Dave Sprite. Oh, fuck me. Ectobiologist began pestering Turntech Godhead. So what is this thing? The thing the code made me. Really powerful hammer. How do you know? I thought you couldn't use hammers. I can't. Better be, though. Got that from Hephaestus. Who's that? Really tough to kill dude. You killed him for it? Nope. How'd you get it then? Shenanigans. Okay.
Well, that's happening. I shall check out Dave's computer.
It seems you have a visitor.
Continue. Egbert's in my fucking house.
The
He's
fucking
in my
eyebrows.
It's really fucking good. He's in my fucking house, Dave. He's in my fucking house. Continue.
Oh, hold on. I want to get a screenshot of that, of those eyebrows, of just that panel.
That is fair. That's a very good panel.
Okay. Up. Okay, I'm gonna fix GA's computer.
There's nothing to fix. Just got to open up the viewport. It's easy.
Continue. Continue.
I shall examine my laptop.
Someone has been using your Pester Chum account, as you somehow doubt the culprit was this young, upright amphibian presently throwing a fucking fit.
I shall go find John Egbert.
Haha, I'm in danger. You hurry to the door so you could catch John before he goes gallivanting off somewhere, but seems your door is ajar. Funny, you don't remember leaving your door ajar, even though it's sort of absurd for you to take note of such a thing, considering John recently left your room. Oh well, it doesn't matter. You will now proceed through this door uneventfully.
I shall proceed through the door uneventfully.
You get dumped on by a bucket full of hellacious blue phlegm aneurysm gushes as a thoughtful but mischievous thank you gesture from John. Your prankster's gambit plunges to an all-time low. You cannot hope to defeat Egbert in a prank-off. He is simply the best there is. Okay, so Egbert's fucking prankster's gambit meter does not, in fact, remain 0 the entire time.
He managed to get one on Rose, who is now going to kill him even harder.
I will equip my trusty rocket.
Rose obviously isn't waking up anytime soon. You may as well take some time to explore, and maybe stop by again later.
Continue.
Why, Dr. Meowgon, do you want to come along for the ride? I sure looks that way. Okay, hop aboard then. Adventure awaits.
I shall blast off.
Wee.
Wee. Continue.
Wee.
There he
Egbert, when I
goes.
get my hands on you.
Continue. Oh, no.
Oh, continue?
Yes. Where is he off to now? At least you have this little fellow here to keep you company. You will name him Viceroy Bubbles von Salamancer.
So Casey has changed gender.
Yes. I shall be the. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be the puppet.
You have no idea what the hell that means, but yeah, you can kiss that obnoxious puppet goodbye. Maybe now you can get a decent night's sleep.
And continue.
Meow.
Continue.
Meow.
Oh, fuck. Continue.
Oh yeah, you're AI, so I wait for AI. Okay, this is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. What is taking place here is almost certainly illegal. You're not sure which laws are being broken, but it's probably a lot.
I'm gonna follow that fucking thing.
Would you-
Meanwhile, I'm going to explore around this land.
Now, 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 now.
Continue. Is that the rude sandstorm?
Yeah.
Nice.
You spy a boat on the shore of one of the islands below. You wonder who could be out here rowing in the middle of the ocean.
I will investigate.
Hoof prints in the sand. The mystery deepens.
I will enter.
There are many frightening and powerful monsters in here. Cockledge.
I will aggress.
Bow. Crazy damage bonk. You stun them with the cool time powers of your awesome new hammer, and then dispatch them quickly.
I will collect the spoils.
And a good Dr. Spengler helps you gather the riches.
And then proceed.
There's a platform over here. You guys, you'll just go stand on it, and oh wow, it just made you disappear.
Continue. Continue. Continue again. I shall explore the lab.
Now, what in the hell is going on here?
I shall explore the lab further.
Now, what in the hell is going on here?
Who cares? Just ride the pony already.
Yes! Fuck! Yes! Hell! Fucking! Yes!
Continue.
Okay, but seriously, what the hell is going on in here?
But seriously, I'll keep exploring.
You find a sweet getup. It's almost as if it was tailor-made for you. How weird would it be? How weird would that be?
I'm going to put it on.
You equip the junior ectobiologist's lab suit.
And I will examine the nearby station.
Now what in the hell is going on here? Of course it's obvious what's going on in here. It's another one of those floor-mounted house-shaped terminal thingies.
It sure is. I'm gonna have to resist the urge to ride Bro's rocket board.
You failed to resist the urge. You start flashing up stunts and something uncanny brutal for your quest of mad justice, yo, and get the Wayward municipality under control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like shit wants nothing to do with the hook. The hook is filled with the hook filed for divorce from that shit and is now seeking custody of the hook and the shit's two kids.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pop a fucking wheelie.
These hops are unreal. Shit, this flagrant should be illegal. It probably is. And you, AR, don't care.
Continue. Fuck was her voice. I will prepare to depart for the battlefield.
You have traveled to Prospect's moon to board a shuttle headed for the battlefield. There you will seek the counsel of the White King.
And continue. And again. And again. Oh!
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh! And
Oh.
again.
You have unwittingly been tailed by a nefarious courtyard droll from Dirce. Hey, I'm gonna pick PM's pocket.
Alright, made that note.
Well, don't I? Because you have Club's Deuce.
Yeah, sorry, I was just meaning I made the note of that in the character assignment. Because I did not have it before. But yes, you absolutely do have Courtyard Draw.
Do you like the voice?
I do like the voice.
Continue.
You pilfer the White Queen's ring. As I will depart for the battlefield.
I'm gonna eat the ring.
Do not eat the ring. Do not
I'm
ring.
I'm gonna ring. None the wiser, you board the shuttle. Next stop, Skya.
Continue. Oh, that's your continue.
Continue.
You receive an incoming message from the draconian dignitary. You tell him you've got the ring. He says good. Bring to him while he waits for an update from the hegemonic brute who's been tracing the king's movements down on the battlefield. He asks if you're still wearing that ridiculous outfit. He says you don't have to anymore, by orders of the Sovereign Slayer. You say you'd still rather wear the outfit. He's got nothing to say about that.
It's fucking aura, bitch. Continue.
Oh, Jade.
Attack! Continue.
Clubber.
Clubber. Continue.
Additional pummeling.
Continue. Wait, I should be doing her voice. Continue.
Dead Grandpa Smackdown.
Continue. Sweet. And continue. Catch. And continue again.
He dizzy.
What is a direction? Like, where's my fucking hat? And continue.
It's too late. She's gone. We'll have to remember to deliver it later, somehow.
Continue.
The best way to remind yourself that you're carrying the ring is to put it on your finger.
Continue. Jade ascend. And continue.
Of course, that was just an imaginary transformation, since the ring doesn't work like that on humans. It was fun to pretend, though.
Only works on denizens. Is that what they're called? I don't know.
No, denizens are like the big monsters in the planets. These are... Well, I don't know the name for the Prospendurse people.
The people of Prosper and Dirce.
Yes, the people of Prospendurse.
Because they only become vagabonds when they're exiled.
Yes. Yes, there's something. Meanwhile, in a timeless expanse.
Oh, this is you.
Yes, it is. It's my narration. Yeah. Somewhere, a war-weary villain rules eternal struggle between feud and royalty. The battlefield holds little promise for the peaceful life of a simple farmer.
Boy, I'm gonna rise the fuck up. In 3, 2, 1, go.
The cube.
The spear.
The spear. Uh-oh. He is leading a revolution. Hey boss, we got a fucking situation over here.
Oh, there he is.
Well, it would appear that shit has become fucked on the battlefield.
Yeah, that was a lot that just went down.
Yeah. And that we just listened to was Sky and Skirpish by Andrew Ho and Toby Fox. It is featured only on this page, and it references 2 tracks we have yet to unlock.
Very cool.
Mhm.
That was a lot to process.
That was a lot to process. So, Wandering Vagabond led a somewhat successful revolution against the monarchs, but mostly because the monarchs were just absolutely obliterated in other circumstances.
And the Black King is also dead.
Yes, the Black
And the
King
White
has also been murdered by Jack.
and the White King abdicated because of the male woman. Well, before she was the male woman.
Yes. But unfortunately he lost his scepter and it now sits at the bottom of a stream down a pit.
And with all of that, I shall alchemize a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Do you think now would be a good time to take a break?
We've taken another hour, so if you want to take another break, I'm down to take another break.
If you would not mind, I have to use the bathroom again, and I run out of water again.
Well, then let's take a break. I could use a bit of a stretch too.
Excellent.
You guys know the drill. See you on the other side.
Yes, see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. Oh
I
hell,
might
I
just
forgot to
have
put on any music when I was on break.
you made the audience just sit in silence?
The audience just sat in silence, my all 0 viewers.
Oh, don't worry. That's my number right now too.
Yeah,
I lost a one chat member.
it'd be like that.
It'd be like that though. We're having fun.
Yes, you are alchemizing a whole bunch of cool stuff, including shit. Let's be Santa.
I shall combine my hub and laptop.
Hold on, I'm reading Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. Shit, let's be Santa. Great boots. Fuck. Come on. Sign. Fuck. Who would even make these conch suck boots anyways? Immigrants. Bimp.
At the night before Christmas and all through the house, not a creature.
God bless us, everybody. Oh, I fucking love Sweet Bro Knowledge. The fucking who would make these boots? Immigrants? What the hell? Shit my father would say if he still existed.
I shall combine the hub and laptop.
You make the hub top. That one was pretty obvious.
I'll combine the Bond's vacuum and umbrella.
You make the bronze vacuum umbrella. Useless, but you're still getting warmed up.
I shall combine the salamander and eldritch plush.
You make a huggable soft salamander plush. You award it to the Viceroy on account of good behavior.
I shall combine the ink bottle and gushes.
You make a box of bodacious black liquid sorrow gushers. Another Crocker nightmare rears its ugly head. The ink reverses the healing properties of blue phlegm. These are pure poison.
And I shall combine the hub top and my hairband.
Yes, yes, I love tech that fucking goes over your one eye like that. It's so fucking stupid. I love that. I wish I could have shit like that in real life.
That's so fair.
So many of my characters who have tech stuff have something like that. It's so delightful.
It's aura. It's aura over practicality, and that's what's important.
You make the Hubtop Band a convenient hands-free computing device.
And I shall combine a magnetic W and a bottle of vodka.
You make a ball of magnetic vodka. In addition to having high alcohol content, the liquid inside appears to have magnetic properties. You guess this could be useful? Her look of disdain.
Oh, Rose. I shall combine the wizard statue and a ball of yarn.
Sorry, it took Mercury to make this, which is very concerning about the contents of this vodka.
It will be useful. It might be useful.
The Mercury?
It might be useful.
Anyways, you could, yes. You make a ball of silken wizard beard yarn with magical properties. It has magical properties because it is made of a wizard. Maybe you can make something with magical properties that is more useful than this.
I shall combine the wizard statue and knitting needles.
You make a pair of needle wands. Wow, that was an expensive one. They crackle with the magic energies. It is time to make something cool to wear.
I shall combine knittings and velvet pillow and squiddle shape.
Reminder, by combining 3 different items, that gives you, with 2 different binary operations you can perform on them, that gives you 2 to the 3 different combos. There's 8 possible outcomes of combining these items.
Ooh,
And that's
very cool.
assuming that you could do it in any order. Mixing up the order might actually have different outcomes because and is not an associative operation.
Very cool, actually.
I'll have to do I'll do a small proof of how many combos you can make for an item later.
Wow, I wonder what has you thinking about this.
I sure do wonder. You make a stylish velvet squiddle knit dress.
I shall combine my needle wands and grimoire.
Ugh. You make the thorns of Ogloff. Oglogoth. The needles seem to shiver with the dark desires of the Deep One. Any sane adventurer would cast these instruments of the occult into the furthest ring and forget they existed. Gordon, I made the Deep One.
Well, Rose alone is not a sane adventurer. Continue. And continue again. And with all that done, I shall grieve encroaching malfactors.
Look him up, bros.
With extreme amounts of aura, mind you.
Yes.
Continue.
Welcome to the party, motherfuckers.
Oh, I love her. I'm gonna build in mine and build in mine.
What night? You take advantage of Dave's nap to make some architectural headway on his building.
Continue.
You are really proud of your floor plan. It is so cool.
Continue.
Speaking of naps, you have been asleep for some time yourself. You suppose you better wake up soon. But then, your neighbor in the other tower is supposed to be waking up soon too, and it sure would be a shame if you weren't around to greet him. Meanwhile, I'm gonna wake up and jam some sick nasty beats.
And by jam, you mean alchemize, of course. Whoa, your house is huge suddenly. Anyway, let's get this party started.
I'm gonna combine my sunglasses and the iPhone.
You make a pair of eye shades. This one was really obvious because Future Dave had a pair, but he took them with him when he prototyped himself, so now you have a pair too, so that's cool.
I will combine the timetables and computer.
You make the turn top. Convenient computing on the go, sort of like what you have with your eye shades, but with all your important files and apps on there, not to mention Suburb. Plus, maybe it has some weird time powers, you have no idea. You'll mess with it later.
I'll combine my puppet tux plus my smuppet.
You upgraded a puppet tux Future Dave made. He probably made it by combining one of your bros badass man net suits with your shirt and scaling it up to fit. That's how you would have made it anyway. You add a smuppet to the mix to make it softer and more stylish red plush puppet tux. It's like walking around in snuggly pajamas. Action pajamas.
I'll combine the broken cattle scratch and ruby contraband.
You combine a couple more items you got from Future Dave's loot stash. The broken form of Khaled Squatch and some ruby contraband, whatever the hell that is. The resulting item costs a fortune. You have no idea what it is.
I love that frogs are labeled as contraband or as holy items depending on their origin.
Yeah, frogs.
I'm gonna preview this sick, nasty, expensive item with the holopad.
You momentarily reconfigure your alchemitter upgrades to make use of the holopad extension. You pop the card in the slot and check it out. The combination would produce the broken scarlet riveter.
I'm gonna combine the whole cattle scratch and ruby contraband.
Out of curiosity, you try it again with the whole sword. You dial back the Khaled Scratch's little turntable, rewinding the sword to a point of its history before it was broken. You then combine it with the red frog thingy to show the complete Scarlet Riveter. But there's no way you can afford to make that just yet. It costs even more now. Maybe you'll stick to combining items around your house for now, rather than stuff from your future Silodex. It'll be less confusing that way, and probably less expensive.
Oh, great. Here's where we start getting into the weird negatives. I'm gonna combine my shitty sword and the Helijeff drawing.
Sword. You use one of your bros' really shitty swords from the fridge and a printout of Hello Jeff to make a sword. This thing is so unspeakably shitty, you're having a hard time even holding on to it. Come on! Is not a link to Sweet Bro
Surprisingly,
and Hello
yeah.
Jeff. Huh, weird.
I'll combine Snoop Dogg photo and the mini AC and the cattle scratch. Khaled scratch.
You make the Dog snow cone machete. When foes drop it like it hot, it just just turn up the sizzle nozzle so they shiz lax for whizzle.
Why?
Thanks, Dave.
Why the fuck are the peanuts on there?
Because it's the peanut snow cone machine that it's like a trope.
Ah, okay. Cool. I'll combine the skateboard and the Helijeff drawing.
You make unreal air.
Continue.
And there it goes. It is ridiculous what kind of air this thing is getting. Dude, come on, get the ruler. Check this out. Yeah, it's not coming back.
I shall make another.
It's free anyway.
Yeah.
You just make another one. You quickly stash it in a card so it can't escape from above.
Oh yeah, I guess Future Dave also had an upgrade at Siladex. Or like
Yeah.
modules, because that's different from the standard hash map, which is just yellow.
Mm-hmm.
If it's orange, I think orange might have been stack, but it also could be some
Maybe.
other type.
Maybe. I do not know. We're
But
at the point where Stilodex stopped mattering.
unfortunately, I'll combine the Game Bro magazine and the time taped.
So you turn back the clock and make a vintage game, bro. You think you remember this one from your bro stash. It's a classic.
I'll combine the Batarang plus the Midnight Crew poster.
You make a whole pile of pseudorangs because they are really cool and pretty cheap.
I'll combine the plush Puppet Tux plus the Midnight Crew poster.
You make the 4 aces suited. You aren't really sure which one you like better. The white one is softer, while the black one is sort of stiff and starchy. Anyone wearing the suit is all business. Maybe I'll switch it up as your mood dictates.
I'll combine the plush Puppet Tux and the felt poster.
This would make the felt duds if you had some of whatever that green gwist is.
I'll combine the Smuppet and the felt poster.
You make a jutting out an impudent felt plush. You do an acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and into his heart, and he into yours.
Dave, stop be holding its ass. Oh shit. I'll combine Dead Things in Amber and the Smuppet.
You make a foam mutant Muppet encased in amber. Now we're getting somewhere.
I'll combine the Dead Things in Amber or the Smuppet.
For the sake of science, you or combine them instead of and combine them. You make an amber mutant Muppet abomination. So cool. Now this is how you make shit work. Egbert and Lalonde should be taking notes.
I'm gonna combine a fetus in a jar and a Mr. T puppet. Okay, man.
You make a foam fetal Mr. T in a jar. Another backbreaking victory for science.
Continue. What the fuck, dude?
You're looking pretty chill with your new freak show entourage. The underlings all just kind of look put off by it, though. You're kind of weirding them out.
I'll combine the camera and the capture log card.
You make the capture void camera. You can use it to snap a ghost image of any object without capture logging it. Spits out on a brand new capture log card every time. Could be useful way to take a large inventory of anything you encounter without cluttering up your Siladex. Also for grabbing codes for stuff you can't ordinarily pick up.
And I'm gonna take a 6 selfie with it.
Snap. You take one of your passionate, ironic, cool guy self-portraits. Man, so cool. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
I'll combine the fetus in a jar and the self-portrait photo.
Dave, stop it.
Jesus.
This would apparently make Dave's brain in a jar. Gross. It cost a king's ransom, though, because of course the organ is virtually inimitatable. Doesn't stop you from capture voiding its hologram, though.
I'll capture the hologram of my own brain.
Okay, that's probably the weirdest thing you've ever done, but okay.
I'll combine the brain and the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff drawing in the Capturoid camera.
You make the Sabajifier. Finally, something useful. It costs you negative 1,000 units of artifact rest.
Here we go. I'll try it out.
Nap. Well, where do you go? I was gonna to show you my chops. Ah, dude, are those rings?
Time to fly up away to the sun, you fucking piece of garbage.
Okay. The only thing that's really left to do is watch that whole asshole fall. It looks like it automatically prints out a Sweet Bo and Hello Jeff comic in some way related to whatever you take a picture of. This should save you a lot of time, specifically the 5 minutes it takes you to draw a comic. You're a busy guy.
I should open a stream with making a fucking memes in the classic style I do, because it is very Sweet Bro and Hello Jeff reminiscent.
You should.
Alright, continue. Jesus, dude. And I will make some copies of Rose's journals.
Can't forget the most important thing you came up here to make. Gotta be getting your snoop on.
I'll take a look at them.
Meow. Complacency of the... Oh, one book is titled Meow. The other is titled Complacency of the Learned. Gee, you wonder what you could be in Meow.
I'll read it. Nope. Continue. Was that Nyan Cat?
Yeah.
Nice.
To no surprise at all, this book is full of more meow letters. Looks like Rose is totally nuts. What else is new? You guess you'll try out the other book. Looks like it's some sort of creative writing project.
I'll read Complacency of the Learned. Oh, fuck.
Wiglish. Oh my god, how... Okay, it's not that long.
Let's see, can I get a shine sprite this time?
Wiglish bothered his beard, as if unkinking a hinge in a long silk windsock, a more pedestrian audience would personally exhibit as nervous compulsion, behavior to petition contempt among the reasonable. He was, however, not surrounded by the reasonable, but the wise, a distinction in men that would forever be differences in history's garland of treasured follies. As a matter of fact, his cadre of fellow wizards were all putting similar moves on their beards as well. The practice would evince thoughtfulness, sagacity even, if they didn't do it all the time, standing in line at the bank, shooing squirrels from bird feeders. Few occasions were safe. Zazapan inspected a clue, a single piece of evidence cradled in his coriaceous old man palms. It was a human bone, not strikingly in the tale it told alone, so much as that told by the thousands like it festering on the marshy soil of the mass grave. The grisly expanse bore the texture of a decadent dessert, like one of Smarnie's formidable custard trifles wobbled out on wheels for the holidays, to the dismay of a small nation. "You're certain it's of this?" asked Wiglish. Despite what he was doing with his beard, he was, in fact, immersed in meaningful contemplation. "I'm afraid I'm becoming more so with each terrible tick roused by that gaudy timepiece slung around your neck." In case it wasn't clear, Wiglish wore a clock Zazapan didn't care for. It was magic. The massacre of the Sirs Nelf was not as written. "Why is he convinced it was the hands of our disciples in this blackness?" Executus chimed in. "I believe a fat face stammered, eyes darting with the guilt of a thief in the throes of an unraveling alibi. "I can only summon a more pressing line of inquiry." No, Smarmy, nobody was in the mood for a sticky bunch loaf just now. Zazaban's ears felt insubstantial to any line of inquiry, pastry-oriented or otherwise. His abstruse contour carved pondering shape in the fog carpeting centuries dead. His 11 contemporaries, too, embraced the muted consternation of the great predicate scholar. Few wizards kept sharper adumbratives or read them with such lunacy. When Zazapan treated men with silence, it was seldom repaid by the wise and reasonable alike. It was harrowing to entertain. Zazapan, the learned storied complacency of wizards, was marked for grander descendants. Disciples hand-picked, vetted by Archite the Bonafide, and tested by Grancel the Munificent. 12 sweetest, most studious children a pair of elderly eyes could give the sparkle. Not the ragged gutter snipe of the oft-harvested by the common obscenity, dropped Bananas Brown, that these chosen youngsters would turn was not merely unthinkable, but something of a roundhouse to the temporal bones of the upper indifference's high chamber of soft-skulled prophets. His wisdom savage brow pruned further with the recount of his many lessons of would-be successors, lessons to advance humanity's elucidation and prosperity, with an outcome of this bleak trail now painfully obviated. There were few puzzles the learned could not suspend and dissect in the recondite manifold beneath his extremely expensive pointing hat, daring to pitch his cherished pupils in with the foul melange of human rogues. The heretofore abstract scrounge that built up civilizations with ungodly magic and tore them down with joyful malice would prove an intellectual trespass to make his calcium-deficient bones quake. And more daring was the only question that mattered. Could a bunch of bearded, squiggly-old men with postulate outfits hunt them down? He didn't have an answer, only a simple observation so blunt and uncharacteristically jejune for the allotted sage it was breathtaking in its self-evidency. We're gonna need more wands. Bracket. Wow. Think of something better. Closing bracket.
I am so sorry I had to go for all that. But good news, I got 2 shine sprites.
Ah, damn it! I can't help Buck. 2?
2! It helps that I did a secret course that I'm very familiar with, so I was able to get the secret of the one-up mushroom very quickly, and then I did a other smaller mini course and got that star pretty quick, or shining pretty quick.
That is fair.
So I'm
Very
up
well done.
to 6 total shine sprites and 6 total star coins.
Very nice.
I'll continue after reading that horse shit.
This wizard story seems really involved and kind of confusing. You'll save your place and dig into it later, and then maybe ask Rose what the hell the deal was with it is.
I'll go and get a bookmark for it.
You return to your room in search of a bookmark. Hey, finally, a use for that pointless juice-stained beta that will never serve any purpose past or future.
Yeah, because he's both a client and a server, so he doesn't actually need them anymore.
Yeah, but someone else does.
Oh, yes, right, yes, that ends up in the, yes.
Continue. You drop it on the... Wait, sorry, that was your continue.
All good. Continue.
You drop it on to John in case you're looking for some reading material later.
Dude, you can't shit there.
He
Wait,
can't
he has,
shit,
he has
period.
Sweet Bro and Hello Jeff just scrawled on his walls even here.
Yeah, because he did it unconsciously subconscious.
Everyone else,
Fuck.
some mysterious genetic code. Dave, my guys.
My OCs!
I'll check up on Rose and her status. And then pester her while she's at it. Whoa, why are you burning your wizard fanfiction?
I'm not. This book contains a genetic code.
Oh, okay. Then why are you burning that?
The gods from the furthest ring asked me to.
That's some dumb wizard thing you just made up, or something to do with tentacle monsters. I can't keep track of what you like anymore.
How do you know I wrote a story about wizards anyway?
John told me he was all stupid around your room when you were asleep, and I was like, no, man, don't. So not cool. It's like, haha, dude, check it out. This book is full of wizards slash. I was like, I don't even want to know. This is such a crazy violation of privacy.
This story sounds suspicious.
Do you want me to chew him out about it? I will, because I was so outrageous I don't know where he got off being like that.
No, I don't actually mind. Too bad I missed him.
If all you hate at wizards, what's the deal with that?
I like wizards. What I don't like is my mother's obsession with feigning interest in them to antagonize me.
Oh man, that's so messed up that you think that she probably digs wizards for real just like you and you're blowing shit out of proportion. Like pretty much always. You and she could have probably been chatting about how awesome wizards were this whole time, but no, you're probably burning your nut job meow book to spite her too, aren't you?
No, I told you. It's one of the gene sequences locked in my subconscious. The gods say it's critical to destroy it.
Oh yeah, I thought that was a joke. When did they say that?
When I was asleep.
You mean when we were dancing and stuff in our dreams?
Yes, when I flew to your tower, I heard them. They're far above in the dark sky.
I've never seen or heard these things in my dreams.
Aren't you often distracted by music and puppets?
Yeah.
Have you ever looked into the sky without your shades?
No, what a ridiculous question.
Maybe you should try it sometimes.
Hmm.
You're the prince of the moon.
Hmm.
I'm sure they've been meaning to seek a royal audience.
Hmm.
What do all these dots mean?
Don't know. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll do that. Get some sky monsters to boss me around. Sounds cool. In the meantime, I'm also gonna pester Rose. So really, why are you burning that?
I just explained this to the other Dave. Do I need to explain everything to you twice now?
No, I know. I'm using Dave's spare computer. I saw the whole conversation through his message account.
Oh, I see. So instead of having to double explain, I merely have to put up with being double spied upon. What a relief!
I just mean, you didn't learn that book in the future. That book was completely pointless.
I know, but now it's not. You appear to make it relevant by traveling to the past.
So does that mean the sleeping thing worked? You remember the future?
I remember some things.
Okay, cool. So why is the cat code so terrible now?
I don't know, but the gods were pretty emphatic about it.
Well, okay, I guess it's done, but why are you so sure they're right?
Have you ever known them to be wrong?
I guess not, but they sort of freak me out. I mean, listening to gross space mutants all day isn't my idea of an awesome time. Especially the ones that sing, oh god.
Is that why you always kept the music turned up?
No, I flip book to ill jams because they kick ass, obviously.
I guess we'll chalk another riddle up in the solved column.
Yeah, case the fuck closed. Are you talking to future me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm out of the loop again. Between you taking orders from Dream Beasts and birdwinging me with, like, future secrets, I'm doing some sort of spectacular fucking jackknife off the loop and getting a wink and a nod from Barack Obama. I'm coming upstairs.
Okay.
Sorry, I noticed that he typoed Obama.
Obama. Barack Obama.
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 Continue. It's a fucking guy
Reju-
here. I know that face.
reju- I know that face.
Continue. And I'm gonna
In
chill
your
with
house.
in your house. And I'm gonna chill with Dave Sprite. Oh fuck me.
It's not long.
So it's pretty funny how I made a copy of Rose's evil book right before she burned it, and now she doesn't know about it. I know it's crazy what kind of foresight this guy has. I'm telling you, coincidences like that are unreal. They don't even happen most of the time. Best thing about how I did that is how in no way ever will it come back to bite us in the ass ever. Dude, our shit is so safe. So safe. Gonna sleep pretty sound tonight with that big fucking payload of safety you just got dropped on us. Gonna be all hugging my pillow and shit, grinning like a goddamn bear full of honey. Safer than some Flintstone vitamins in a bottle. Keep twisting, Junior, or all you get is clicks. Former US President Ronald Reagan. Asshole thinks it's candy. Doesn't even know he just stepped on a security rank and got a face full of fucking safety. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I'll go back down and burn that book. All right. Yeah, Ronald Reagan once struggled with a fucking child safety pill bottle and had to call in the Secret Service to open, and they literally documented this and the fact that it had bite marks around the lid.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you, former President Ronald Reagan.
Really funny fact. Continue. Oh fuck. I'll go back in time and stop the thief.
It looks like you already tried that. Whoever took those books was a pretty cold-blooded dude. You'll figure you'll cool it under time travel for a while. Don't want to see the Dave corpses start to pile up, especially if one of them winds up being you.
Wait, but then by not time traveling back, he's created a paradoxical situation where that corpse can't exist in front of him, which should automatically shut them over to a doomed timeline, but as with the extra traveling back. There's a contradiction going on here. Anyways, I'm gonna throw myself out the window.
You ditched the body before Jade sees it. That would probably freak her out.
I'm gonna press the button on the control panel.
Boop. You push one of the nearby buttons, it activates the upper right monitor. The view is locked on a particular location on Earth at a particular date and time. Whoever was in the lab appears to have recently calibrated this device.
Sorry, I decided to check the adventure map to see how far into Act 4 we are, and it appears that Act 4 gets a third row of images.
So it does.
So it does. Okay. I'm going to examine the monitor.
The monitor displays a town on the west coast of the United States. Appears to be your old neighborhood. There was a factory there you do not recognize. The date is December 1st, 1995, a few months before you were born.
I did not remember this, but that means that John destroyed the industry his fucking entire town relied on.
Yes.
I'm gonna zoom in.
An old woman is escorted by her son on a lovely day. A target has been locked over the gentleman's mother.
Continue.
A meteor overhead looms unnoticed.
Continue.
They witness the destruction of the facility, collateral damage to a corporation owned by a renowned billionaire explorer. A mystery begins.
I'm gonna press the blue button.
Boom.
And then continue.
You create a
Sludge.
paradox ghost image imprint of the woman you recognize to be your grandmother.
Sludge. Continue.
Sludge. The ghost sludge is sucked into a glass tube.
I will enter the command to switch 4.
You switch to a monitor displayed a view of a remote island in the Pacific on December 3rd, 1995.
I will zoom in.
Renowned billionaire explorer approaches his yacht. An old factory lost 2 days prior, but a new shipment gained. Together, they settled the island and plundered its secrets.
Continue.
A meteor overhead streaks unnoticed, headed towards an unseasonably warm city in the central United States.
I will press the blue button again.
You create a paradox ghost imprint of the man you spotted in the woods with your book. The ghost sludge is collected.
I will switch free.
You switch to a view of an unseasonably warm city in the central United States on December 4th, 1995.
I shall zoom in.
An outrageously awesome dude stands before a crater where his favorite record stop stood 1 day prior.
Continue.
He is prepared for the occasion with a small pair of outrageously awesome shades. A meteor overhead races unnoticed, headed to a lake near a laboratory on the east coast of the United States. No aquatic life would survive.
I will press the blue button.
You create a paradox sludge imprint of the outrageously awesome dude. The sludge is allocated to another pair of tubes.
I shall switch to.
You switch again to a view of your neighborhood. On April 13th, 1996. It is the day of your birth. There's more real estate you do not recognize near the recently devastated baked goods facility. It is a shopping mall you have never seen before.
I shall zoom in.
A professional lady and a new mother has traveled from the opposite coast at the behest of a famous and wealthy scientist to study one of the numerous recent celestial anomalies while he is on expedition. She notices a meteor overhead on collision course with a quaint family joke shop. A distinguished gentleman notices the lady and comes outside to greet her, oblivious to the threat above. The gentleman's mother remains inside, busying herself with a tall bookshelf, a ladder, and a rather hefty unabridged joke book.
Continue.
An old mother lost today, but a new son gained.
Sassacre.
Sasuke, Sasuke, Sasuke!
Continue.
Continue. Yeah, that was still yours. The gentleman discovers a clue. A powerful nose detects perfume. The lady has fled. The mystery deepens.
Freak. Continue.
But the monitor has not lost track of the lady.
I shall press the blue button.
You create a paradox ghost imprint of the professional lady. The sludge fills the final tube. Once all the tubes are filled, an automated sequence begins to execute.
Continue.
4 young paradox clones are created.
But there is one more button to push.
Ectobiology sure does involve a lot of button pushing. At least it does when you're a junior ectobiologist. Your loyal existent Dr. Miagin is all over this one.
Continue.
One pair of tubes empties the sludge into the chamber below, the other pair as well. Another sequence is activated.
Continue. That's a lot of children.
John? John, what have you done, John?
I shall scale the Esh ladder.
You storm up your echelon, claim the coveted, if difficult to pronounce wrong, ectobiologist babysitter. The ladder is absolutely hemorrhaging the boon dollars, just what your poor Carlos fat ass needs.
Continue.
John. You surpass 1 million boon dollars and trade them all for a single whopping boon buck. This is, of course, going directly into the college fund for these youngsters. Sure as heavy. Into the hollow it goes.
Continue.
What? Oh, yes.
Continue. Navigating the veil nearby. Oh, fuck.
Oh, God. Your narration. No. My narration? No.
Your narration.
Your narration. My narration. Your character.
Yes.
My narration. An old man has much to do before he returns to Earth, dies, gets stuffed by his adopted yet biological daughter/granddaughter, and stuck in front of a fireplace. Taking priority at the moment is shipping 2 passengers long overdue for a reunion.
I shall continue. And continue
Boat.
again.
Boat.
And again. And once more. Wallet.
Fetch modus. Wallet.
Continue. And continue again. And again.
Ooh.
That might be a good place to call it.
Yes, but I think we should at least click and see what the next panel is.
All right. That is the panel.
I think I just wanted to show this panel because it's such a perfect thumbnail.
What the fuck is he doing?
Which one?
The one in the broken glass.
Stardust, stop it. Stardust, down.
You guys are so fucking stupid.
Look at the lawns.
I'm seeing them.
It is very hard to tell baby John and baby grandpa apart.
Yes. I believe that's John on the left.
Yeah, John's on the left playing with vodka mutini, and grandpa's on the right just
slapping that shit.
Oh God. Wait, that entire sequence felt like surreal to relive.
Yeah. Jesus, it's been a while.
Yeah, but knowing what happens from here is so insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess there's only one more thing to say,
What?
but I'm not going to say it yet. We're going to wait until the actual line gets dropped.
Alright, fair enough.
But thank you for joining me for.
Thank you for joining me. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, that it was. We made a lot of progress.
Yes, we are. Let's see, has the map updated? Yes, the map updated significantly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because some of them were 12 pages apart.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess ectobiology into that. Yeah, that makes sense.
But we've made some nice old progress on that one.
Yes, we have. Well, talk to you later for.
Yes, be seeing you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Alright, let me get over to here. Alright, thank you everyone for coming, and I hope you enjoyed. This was, as again, Homestuck, and we're now a pretty decent chunk of the way through Act 4. I don't know exactly how far in at this point. Considering that the usual gauge of how many boxes are we through does not seem to be working. So, I don't know, let's estimate that we're probably a bit over halfway, somewhere between half and 2/3, so there's a chance we might be able to get through Act 4 next Tuesday, next time, but no promises. It could also be another entire 2 streams, and then we're into Act 5. I can't say, can't promise much, but again, oh god, my throat's starting to go. You'll be able to join us next week on Tuesday for another read as we continue. This has been a lot of fun. I hope everyone's been enjoying it and having a good time and comprehending the webcomic to some degree. But again, thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys all next week. Bye bye.